heading back to a galaxy far, far away and try to undo everything someone else did in the worst possible way. Yes, it's Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. And somehow, Tom Crowley has returned.
No, I'm not.
Yay! No, you're not.
No, I'm not. There we go. Just to re-establish that. And to all the listeners, just go back, listen to all the new Star Wars film trilogy with me and John Rain. Otherwise, most of the things we talk about, like little nude pink men running around, won't make any sense.
I've got some notes about the little nude pink men later on.
Good. I'd have thought about them as well. Excellent. So look forward to that, listener. This is going to absolutely go off.
Oh, it's going to be mesmeric. John Mesmeric, the Elephant Man, he was very good.
John Mesmeric. Yeah. He was the hypnotist elephant man. Oh, I think we've just thought of a new addition to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I think we have, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Call Alan Moore.
My eyes, not around my eyes. Stop looking at my head.
And that's a good point to shout out R.I.P. Kevin O'Neill, illustrator of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, one of the greatest comics artists ever produced in the United Kingdom. Gone but not forgotten. Miss you, big man.
Yeah, no, he was great. Big part of our shared childhoods, I'd imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. So Nemesis the Warlock and all of that.
Yeah. And he never had the gumption to draw John Mesmeric.
No, he never did. He somehow, in a cowardly fashion, claimed that was tasteless. I don't understand how.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
No. Mind you, Eddie Campbell did then draw John Merrick in From Hell, but that's a different story.
Oh yeah. That's a good novella.
From Hell, I think, might be the best comic.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of one that genuinely challenges it. But anyway, we're not here to talk about From Hell, a really good thing that's just good all the way through. We're here to talk about The Rise of Skywalker, which is different.
As you can tell, people who've been listening to this podcast long enough will realise that I tend to go off on tangents when I don't really want to talk about the film.
Yeah.
As we just did there. But we're going to get back on track because we're greeted with the opening crawl that says, "The dead speak."
Yep.
And then it goes, and Palpatine's back. What?
Yeah, the most important plot point, arguably, is just thrown away in the opening titles. I was thinking about this, and there is a balance to that, right? Because from the very first movie, really seismic important events are explained in the title crawl. But when you've just gone, Emperor Snoke and Rey's parentage and Kylo Ren's redemption and all those other things we've been talking about all this time. Well, don't worry too much about that. The main thing is we got a drive time radio show from Emperor Palpatine. This one goes out to Anita, who's going out tonight in Stoke. Have fun, Anita. Here's Rita Ora. And they're going, oh no, Palpatine's back and he's playing some absolute stinkers. And and so they go, oh no, bloody Palpatine's back with his drive time show, and now we don't know what's going on.
The opening crawl should be, because you do read them, but in this one you're just like, this is fucking nonsense. From
you read it, it's the opposite of what it's meant to do. Where you go, oh, I wonder what's going to happen, and then you go, what? Oh. You're disappointed before the film starts.
It should be one of those things when they get a million billion photos and they make a picture out of their photos. It should be that when you look at the crawl from front to end, it makes a picture of Rian Johnson being punched in the face or something.
I thought you were going to say just a hand extending a middle finger.
Yeah, well, basically it is that.
Yeah.
So as you say, old Palps is doing a drive time show.
Old Polpo, yeah.
I will not play that shit on my show. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Graham says he's ringing in to say that his dog sadly passed away. His little dog Skippy. Now, what? Can someone warn me about this, please? I've come out of an upbeat number into a death dedication. A little dog named Skippy.
So Palpatine is Simon Bates.
Yeah, that's right.
You might hear some foul language. Something like cunt.
The chain. And then into the next number.
Yep. All right. He's now turned into Alan Thingy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
Yep.
Partridge.
Good. No.
Alan Partridge.
Yeah. Anyway, so Kylo is... We open with Kylo Ren killing mushroom people.
Yep. That's fine. I like the little mushroom people. I sadly didn't see more of them, actually.
I think it's important to make a note of Kylo Ren's war crimes up to this point, because the very first film he kills Han Solo, which is up there, isn't it? That's
That's basically like the ultimate Star Wars crime.
That's like kicking... David Attenborough pauses to pick up a contact lens at the top of a high flight of stairs.
Yeah.
That's like booting him down it when he's dead. He goes full Exorcist tumble and then going, I'm a nice guy, really.
Well, exactly, and then like going in the garden, burning some plastic, gathering all the plastic in David Attenborough's house, and then burning it in the garden, and saying, "Hey, I'm an okay dude."
And then at the end, expect everyone to go, "Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
We
he's
like
fine.
You."
I mean, I've got some thoughts on that for later in the film.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear my sort of summary of the Star Wars trilogy?
I misheard what you said. I thought you said I've got some thoughts on that for later. Like he's just
I've got some thoughts on that for later. That cocksucker Kylo Ren.
Sorry, yes. What were you going to say?
Well, I came up with a theory, which hopefully doesn't give too much away about what remains to come in this podcast. But The Force Awakens, this is what it is. This is my summary. The Force Awakens resurrected some beloved characters in imperfect but well-intentioned ways, and brought in some new young leads to make the case for more Star Wars. With arguably a fair degree of success. The Last Jedi messed with the formula, played with the toy box of old and new characters to try to make something new, and was both loved and hated for it. The Rise of Skywalker takes both the old beloved characters and the new characters who, in the long run, given time, proved not to be all that interesting or enjoyable, and then solemnly takes them all into the woods and shoots them in the head.
Yeah, that is essentially it. I couldn't agree more.
There you go. That's my summary. Goodbye. Thanks so much. Listen to Crowley Time. This has been wonderful. Thanks, John, for having me.
I think my metaphor for this film is, do you know those things at the when you're at like the pier and it's like an arcade? Yeah. It's like a little thing where you put 2 pennies in and it shoves 2 pennies at you. It's this film constantly throwing things at you that are of no interest or value.
Oh my God! I mean, again, that's my main note for most of it. Really, like, who's this? Why do I care? What's that? Oh my God! The average shot length, like scene length of this film, is about 7 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it'll inevitably be someone coming in and saying something. But because they know, they've read Joseph Campbell, they know about like emotional investment and character arcs, the other character will have like an almost totally manufactured emotional reaction to that, like, what? Or, oh, thank God it's you, or whatever. And then the scene will end. Like someone comes in with some expositional information, another person will respond with some sort of emotional line, whether that feels earned or not, and then it'll be the next scene where the same thing will then happen again.
Also, this film looks like shit.
Now that's interesting. I don't know if I agree with that. I really enjoyed bits of it. I think I don't think that it's very well directed in terms of, certainly not in terms of storytelling. Like having seen Last Jedi not that long ago. The sort of moment to moment storytelling is so strong, and I think that's something Rian Johnson's great at.
Yeah.
And in this, I mean, again, I think it's just because I imagine the first cut of this film was 5 hours long, and they've just had to somehow get it down to a lean 2.5 hours.
Also, he had like 6 months to do it.
Right? Did he? Oh, so that was
he took over from Colin Trevorrow, who was fired.
Yeah. Oh, now this is another important thing about this film. It's been teased in previous Star Wars smirches that you know a bit about the Colin Trevorrow script, and we were going to save that till I've now seen Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
Well, John, I've seen it. I was disappointed. Tell me about Colin Trevorrow.
Well, it would have ultimately been bad because Colin Trevorrow, I think, largely is bad. But the idea was more of... it was more fully formed. It was Kylo Ren was going off to see basically like the bad Yoda, like a big fat Spider-Man who is like not Spider-Man isn't the Marvel hero, although they're both owned by Disney, so it could have been him.
True.
But he was basically going to have his Yoda scenes from Empire Strikes Back, but with a bad Yoda.
So do his training, which again was mentioned in a previous film and never happened.
Yeah, but the whole time he's doing it, he's being haunted by Luke's ghost. So that's quite interesting, a sort of Hamlet-esque thing.
That's a lot more interesting than having Rey be attached to Luke's ghost. Having Luke there to taunt him is really nice. That's a nice idea.
Yeah, and Rey was going to be very close to the other Resistance people, and she would be wearing Luke's suit from Return of the Jedi, essentially like this black suit, and her big staff that she has in the first 2 films is now like a double-ended lightsaber type deal, and
like Darth Maul, yeah.
Like Darth Maul, and there's also this undercurrent of Resistance becoming more of a wider thing, so a bit like in the Andor series that's just been on.
Right.
There's a growing sense of galaxy rebellion, and there's a whole sequence in it that I've seen storyboarded where they were doing the Empire were doing like the First Order. We're doing like
how could you make that mistake?
Oh,
they're completely different entities.
They're doing executions with these like lightsaber guillotines.
Oh.
And then in the end, there's this storyboard I've seen where Finn is leading ex-stormtroopers, an idea they borrowed for this film. Yep. Against the First Order, but
they didn't really. They don't really do that.
No,
they expose it in some dialogue, and then Finn has an emotional reaction line, and then the scene changes.
But it's more of a kind of they've got old scout troopers from the old films and have got it's more of a proper rebellion thing, fighting in the streets and stuff. And I think
there's something so interesting about that as well, where it would be. We talked about this in Force Awakens. It would be so much more interesting to say, well, I mean, we're getting well ahead of ourselves here, but like at the end, they magic up a sort of resistance because they go, oh, that's an unresolved sort of theme of the movies, isn't it? Shit, we better do that last minute. And it would have been so much more interesting to focus more on the idea that turning the troopers against the Empire is such a key bit of overthrowing it, right? It would be so much more interesting if you had some of those like 5 bajillion, so many millions of squillions of Star Destroyers just like start turning against each other because because they've been, maybe slowly over time, some of the rebel ranks have started to infect the other platoons of stormtroopers, something like that. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what I'd have done is I'd have gone back and I'd have watched like the last episode of World at War.
Yes.
Which is, let's be honest, that's the only episode we all watch because that's when it all starts falling apart. And just sort of copy some of the narratives from how the World War II ended and things like that, and just make it this sort of, this thing is collapsing from within, and go with that. But in this, they've just, let's get into it because
Palpatine in his bunker.
Palpatine is in his bunker.
How has this been allowed to happen? The bloody Jedi have come back. I blame all of you and not myself.
Doing
Bang,
a
suicide.
live reworking of the Downfall parody.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, at least that would be interesting.
But he is basically hiding in a bunker, being held up by a big pole, and he tells them, I am every voice.
Finger.
Yeah, I have been every voice inside your head. And he talks like James Earl Jones. And then we see, I just think it's hilarious that we see this big tube full of dead Snokes.
Yeah, it's great. And if you look closely, I think you can see a Ripley in there as well.
There's of course, the
spent Ripley. Yeah.
The one that's like half a whale.
Yeah, kill me. Yeah.
I don't want to be in this film.
Why would you put me in this shit film? Yeah.
I'd like to know what was wrong with those Snokes. If they came out perfect and then were like they talked like
they just were a drag.
Yeah.
Like who?
Joe Pasquale.
Like Joe Pasquale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, the Sith will rise again. And it's like, this isn't very menacing.
Bullet
We're gonna
in
have
the
to get that one's gone. Get the one that sounds like Andy Serkis. He'll do.
Yeah. Andy, Billy Smart Circus.
Billy Smart Circus.
Yeah.
Like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Get the one that sounds like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
He's compelling. Compelling.
So he is. So Palpatine said, basically, I've been here all the time, even though no one's mentioned me, and I died at the end of Return of the Jedi.
You might not think I've been set up, but no, honestly, I have.
You might think that I've just been brought in because no one was happy with how Rian Johnson had left the story narratively, but here I am.
And then, given the opportunity to totally reinvent the third film, J.J. Abrams had no ideas.
No, he basically just checked Reddit and was like, I'll read that thread of all those blokes who wanted to crowdfund remaking Episode 8 to something they wanted it to be.
Yeah, and he's going to take the idea of me coming back. But he didn't. That's not what happened. This was planned from the beginning.
Because when the first trailer came out, I was mildly interested, and then at the end you had Palpatine laughing, and I thought, it's probably going to be like a hologram or something.
Or a Sith Force ghost. Actually, if you're doing... If you're doing, Sith training, having Palpatine's Force Ghost, maybe a red ghost, that would be cool.
That'd be great.
Turning up, would it might look quite pink actually if it's semi-translucent. That's even funkier, yeah.
Because he's been put in the wash with a white sock.
Yeah, I know.
Stop making fun of me. Stop making fun.
He does gain a lovely red velvet pajama top later in the movie,
so
that's thematically accurate.
Don't know where that comes from.
No, it's part of the magic life energy. Gives you a very saucy sort of evening gown, as well as restoring your body.
I mean, I remember watching this in the cinema. This bit, I'm thinking already, oh fucking hell! Yeah, and then he says, "And here's the final order," and he unleashes these ships that have been hiding under the ice.
Or like just sunk. It looked like they just came out of the ocean, right? I mean,
and I was literally at that point. I was thinking, shall I just leave? Because this isn't going to go well, is it? I mean,
well, it doesn't bode well, does it? No. And also, like, it's that strange thing of like going right. So this in the opening crawl. Here's what this film's about now. What? Sorry, what about all that other stuff from before?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. And then the opening sort of basically mute. Almost silent opening titles. The first few minutes. They're just there to tell you, no, you thought this is where this was going, but here's where everybody is now and what they're up to, and here's Kylo Ren going to find Palpatine, and it's very disorientating. I found it very disorientating.
Yeah,
because I just kept being introduced to either very old characters like Palpatine or like new characters. or sort of old characters that have already come back, like Leia, and just being shown them in different places, but not being told why they're there or like what the stakes are for them currently, because you leave on such a sort of defined moment of like this last straggly kind of band of resistance at the end of Last Jedi.
Yes.
And like whatever your beefs with Last Jedi, like there's nothing wrong with that as a place to sort of leave them.
No.
Emboldened but diminished in number, and then start from that point. Like, what would be wrong with that? Even if you do want to do this crap of why would you? But if you did want to bring back Palpatine, you can still do that and show us how we've got to where we are. But it just feels like you've missed a few episodes in the middle of the series and gone, what? Where are we?
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that Trevorrow's script had Kylo Ren as the proper Supreme Leader.
Yeah.
And there wasn't an Emperor or anything like that.
Yeah.
So why they've done this, I don't know, because I think Star Wars fans are so programmed to think, well, there's a Darth Vader and there's an Emperor. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
But as you say, he leaves the Last Order he leaves the Last Jedi with here's a new direction, and we've just done a complete U-turn on it. It's like bloody Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng.
It's like bloody Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng made this film. I mean, imagine if they did.
It actually is, though. I mean, it's that bad.
Our budget for Rise of Skywalker is £40 squillion. Well, Kathleen Kennedy's in the office. She's like, Liz, that's kind of bankrupted the entire company, and this is the most powerful media entity on the planet, and now it's completely bankrupt. She says, I am offering my resignation as leader of the Disney Corporation.
Okay.
That's my scene. That's how I imagine it going.
That's
anyway.
great. I'm just trying to think who they get to replace her. Like maybe bloody Rishi Sunak,
who's a big Star Wars fan. It turns out because apparently he's never understood those films.
Oh, well, there you go then. Yeah.
Rishi Sunak, he likes Coca-Cola and Star Wars, and those are the two things that he pretends make up a personality.
Oh, and football now as well because the World Cup's on.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I bloody love it when someone does a goal kick with a football. Wow. Imagine.
3 lions on my night shirt.
I love Star Wars. It's my favourite of all the films. God, it's such a sad, brave, tragic ending when that nice old man in the robe gets thrown down that pit. He just wanted to bring a sense of order to the galaxy. And, God, these bloody upstarts with their food banks come in and throw him down a big pit. Tragedy. I love Star Wars, I do.
Well, thanks for that, Rishi.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So Palpatine says to Kylo, you've got to go and kill the scavenger, meaning Rey. And then he says, and also, she's not who she thinks she is. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. Another disappointing plot twist.
Well, I need to get into that later because there's a revelation later on that makes no sense.
Okay.
And I can't wait to get there. So,
I can't wait either.
Poe Dameron and Finn are...
Not boyfriends.
Not boyfriends. They don't even like each other that much. They
They're...
definitely are. What the fuck?
They are. It would be so much better if they
I remember
were
them teasing this film saying, there's going to be a gay kiss in this film.
Yeah, and you go,
like,
ooh. Yeah,
and it's two ladies right in the background where you can't even see them.
One of them's the one with the brilliant face who's been in all of these so far, and the other one is, I think, a character we've never seen. So that's not. Well, also, I mean, I was going to wait till then to get.
So nice.
Lesbi Avenue. That's her name.
Perfect.
That's her Star Wars name. I was going to wait till then to get to this, but I mean, what better example of this sort of ostensibly progressive era of like Disney filmmaking and like super franchise exploitation than a lesbian kiss that is so heavily trailed in the West, but so completely unimportant that they can remove it for the Chinese market, which they then did. It just to demonstrate that they have absolutely no moral fortitude at all.
No. I mean,
anyway,
going back to the John Boyega being made very small on the Chinese posters for the Force
Yeah,
Awakens.
God, it was taken off, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, no, I think he was either taken off or made like so small you couldn't really see him properly.
He's basically a silhouette, yeah. Like the silhouettes of Luke and Darth Vader fighting on The Empire Strikes Back.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's John Boyega. Where?
Yeah.
That guy in the back. You see that little speck there between those two stars? That's actually John Boyega.
I mean, he might as well be in this film. He has nothing to do.
No, they even introduce a whole new character just to give him something to do, and he doesn't do anything.
He's like in Grange Hill when a beloved character goes to sixth form, and you're like, I'm not interested in him anymore. The writers are like, he can start a radio station or something. Don't care about him anymore.
No, exactly. Well, they made a better decision in Press Gang where they, for the fourth series, they decided, and a third series, they went, well, they would have all left school now, so we'll just have them be running it as a commercial enterprise.
There you go.
And you go, good. Better than just losing Linda Day and Spike and all our friends.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
If they'd just all gone, I mean, you just have Tiddler. And she's good, but she's not going to carry the whole show, is she?
Oh, absolutely not. Well, one of Press Gang has just been an Andor, of course.
Oh, really? Who's in... is it Colin?
Not Colin, the other one.
Oh, yeah, Kenny. Yeah. His name is Lee Ross.
Guess him. Yeah.
Lee Ross, he's great. Oh, no, mate, genuinely, I mean, I've said this before on these podcasts so many times, and I worry I'm a complete drag, but I've lost so much interest in anything vaguely Star Wars related now. Same as Marvel movies, just couldn't give a shit, really.
I was the same, and I watched the first 3 episodes of Andor, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, that was boring. And then it just suddenly clicks, and then it's gripping.
Oh, okay. But now that, but mostly the knowledge that Kenny's in it, makes me want to watch it.
Yeah. And it's got Stellan Skarsgård, who is wonderful. But we're doing it again. We're not talking about the film.
Sorry, talking about a more interesting Star Wars product, even.
Yeah. So Poe and Finn get intelligence from a cowman.
Yeah, from a cow. I like the cowman.
Win the war for us,
mate. Yeah.
Yeah. And they learn that Palpatine is on Exegol from this intelligence because there's a spy in the First Order giving them information.
Well, he says something like, isn't it Poe Dameron says something like, the Emperor and his fleet have been hiding in the unknown regions on a world called Testicle, I think, is what he says.
Well, he says the best line in all of Star Wars ever. In fact, any film.
Yeah.
I imagine J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, who wrote this film, were sitting around going, how are we going to get the Resistance to find out? Well, they could get information from a spy, great. But how are we going to relay that information? And then Terrio goes, I'm imagining it's Terrio, because he's shit. Yep. What if one character goes, somehow Palpatine has returned?
Yeah, this was something which my oldest friend, Toby Wilson, animation writer, shout out to Toby Wilson, said when he saw it. He said the most telling moment in the entire film is when a character, Oscar Isaac's eyes are dead, as he says it as well, as if he knows how bad it is.
Yeah.
And he just goes, somehow Palpatine returns.
And no one at that point goes, how?
Yeah, no.
Or speculates. Maybe he was hiding. And everyone just goes, okay.
Or even goes, who?
Yeah, it's been 40 years.
Yeah, it's been ages. And, he also was quite a shadowy figure. I mean, he was called the Emperor, right? Mm-hmm. But, you don't get the impression that he was on banners going, join the Empire, become a stormtrooper, Emperor Palpatine salutes you. Darth Vader was the public face, right?
Oh, of course.
And he had a cooler face. Palpatine looked like a
Emperor
sort of
ain't selling no
peach.
fucking lunchboxes, is he?
No, exactly. You're not going to... Oh, this is my Supreme Leader Snoke lunchbox.
Yeah, put it away.
It's got a man with a fucked up face.
I don't want to look at it. Put it away.
Put it away. Spunk.
I mean, the way he says somehow Palpatine is returned, he might as well be saying somehow Leo Sayer is number one. Everyone's just like, don't care.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and we get the lad from Lord of the Rings who's now in this, Dominic Monaghan, whatever he's called.
Somehow Jive Bunny returned.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Dominic Monaghan's in it as well. Yeah, was he a hobbit?
He was a hobbit, but he's been brought into this film to stand in front of Rose as much as possible, so if all the
just to obscure her slightly. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's about 3 or 4 new unnecessary characters that are just there to sort of obscure Rose Tico,
like the Big Penis Man.
Big Penis Man, he's there. Dominic Monaghan, he has his lesbian kiss with the Big Penis Man at the end, I think.
He sits on top of him and goes up and down.
Yeah, that's right, which is kissing in that world.
It's kissing in the Penis Man's world.
Rubbing his balls on his forehead balls or whatever. That's kissing in that culture. He's from that planet. He's adopted. He was adopted by a penis family, and now that's his oldest friend.
I think he's called Claude as well, the Penis Man.
Claude?
Claude the Penis.
Okay, here's Bin Bongo, and here's Aberrant Boofer, and there's Claude.
Claude, yeah. He's a distant relative of Wicked Willy.
And that guy that looks like sort of Satan, but with an eagle's wings and an elephant's trunk. What's his name? Steve. Right. Okay. This is Welcome to Star Wars. This is Steve.
Is he on our side or is he on their side? Why'd you say that?
Doesn't matter in this film, really. Just wait and see. Really.
He looks like a devil.
He looks like the devil. Well, I mean, who knows in this film? Could be anything. Is he a traitor? Sure. Why not?
Probably.
Has he turned good again? Yeah.
Does it matter?
Do I care? No, I don't.
No, not at all.
Yeah. There's a bit where they're jumping, there's also a lot of, I mean, God.
Cross-talking.
What?
Cross-talking.
Oh, yeah, no. There's, of all this film's sort of cardinal sins, I think the worst is messing with the basic rules of Star Wars universe. Yeah. In a way that just sort of spoils things, or it opens too many questions that then essentially mean you can't ever do Star Wars in the same way again. Like, for example, hyper jumping onto planets, and you go, you'd be pulped. Yeah, the idea that you can sort of laser focus, come out of hyperspace exactly about 40 feet off of a planet. You go, they can't. I mean, there's a sense of like weight and rules to these things. Like, the reason that the Holo maneuver thing works, more on that later, is because it's dangerous, and that these things are sort of almost unpredictable, and these engines they only work like our engines. They've got limitations and rules. But Oscar Isaac like jumps through Dune like he's on a little bike skipping over stones. Like there's no limitations or rules anymore.
Also, there's quite a few scenes in the original trilogy in the Millennium Falcon itself where they're like, we have to put this through the Navi computer, otherwise we'll come out into a star and get destroyed.
Yeah, we'll materialise halfway through a planet and get crushed or whatever.
Yeah, it's bobbins.
Yeah, rubbish.
But at least Claude's there.
Somehow Palpatine returns.
Somehow Claude
Our
is a
favourite character,
in this
Claude,
film.
is there. Yeah, Claude is there. Somehow Claude is here
They
now.
should have had him on all the posters.
I wish Claude was sort of... What I'd love is if they kept referring to Claude like he's actually the best dude ever in the Resistance, and you never see him do anything. But you get like, oh, Claude, this guy one-handedly like took down an entire Imperial platoon on Jakku. Did you see it? It was incredible. And like in the background of loads of shots, you see Claude like painted like a Soviet poster as an emblem of the Resistance. And the lunchboxes as well. Everyone's got their Claude lunchbox.
Everyone's first question is, how is Claude?
How's Claude doing? Yeah. Claude, man, he's the hero we all need, but not the hero we deserve.
We must kill the scavenger and Claude.
I tell you what, get rid of Claude while you're at it. That guy's really a thorn in my side.
This feels like the plot of a Star Wars spin-off video game between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. I thought, and that's a note that I made, because it's like the idea that you're dealing with this old sort of half-formed returned villain. It feels like you're playing Star Wars Dark Forces or something, and like they've got a kind of semi-Palpatine as the villain, and you go, it's a good enough plot for that, because you go, great, it means I can sort of relive Star Wars adventures, but for the conclusion of the Skywalker saga, as it's now known, it's just completely weak. It's so half-assed, and Palpatine's such a boring shit character in this film.
Yeah, he is.
He's so uninteresting.
He just sits in a cave.
Anyway, sorry. He sits in a cave, and then says, go and kill me, that's what I want. And then he goes, no, actually, no, I don't want you to kill me. And then she kills him, and he goes, oh, no, I've been killed. The end. Spoilers. Anyway, that's the film over. Thanks, John. Lovely talking to you. Have a great... Make sure to put the Crowley Time plug in there, would you? Because
also,
great,
I've got 2 pages about Claude.
No, okay. Well, we'll get through the Claude stuff, and
Claude,
then
a Star Wars story, my new series on Disney+.
Oh, please. I'd love that. Only if you wrote it, though.
And when Claude gets excited...
Han Solo turns up and his
I'd have it
explode.
that when... Yeah, exactly. And when Claude gets excited, just a little spunky bloop, bloop out of his head. Just goes on the wall.
Yep. Okay, so we've around this point, we've met the Minion's Nan again. Maz Kanata, little pickled minion.
Oh, God.
Rose Tico turns up and says, who wants a cup of coffee? And then someone shoves her out of a doorway and says,
Dominic Monaghan
never mind
walks
that,
in front
idiot.
of her and it's like, hey, who wants some coffee?
Claude comes in and everyone goes, we love Claude. God, who was that other person talking? I can't remember. Yeah. Claude.
Push her down the stairs.
Ow. And they make Kelly Tran turn up on that day to film that.
I feel really sorry for her in this film, though. She's really done dirty.
It's so awful. I think we should keep going through the film, because I think all these things are going to come up later, and I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
Rey is doing her training with bits of footage they still had of Princess Leia from The Force Awakens.
Oh, God, deepfake Leia is so depressing.
It's so horrible. And some of her lines feel out of context, because she's obviously talking about something else.
It feels like a cassette boy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It feels like, so you agree that it would be suicide to go to Exegol? Yes. but I'm going anyway. May the Force be with you.
Oh, if only I could stop falling over this robot. Droids, you can fall over them sometimes.
Sometimes you fall over droids. Thanks, Leia. You're welcome. Very sad, and you just...
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's a bit like, I'll forgive the Peter Cushing... Well, no, I won't. Actually, you know what? Fuck them. Fuck all of them.
Yeah.
Because the Peter Cushing in Rogue One was the most sort of failed part of the film, apart from the failed Princess Leia face at the end, which was worse.
That's terrible.
But that felt like the first attempt to go, is this okay?
Yeah.
And everyone sort of went, well, I guess. And now it's just like they've convinced themselves the technology is perfect. But so that's why you now have to sit through all these scenes of like a wibbly, like slightly misaligned Leia face, like weaving across the screen over some other actor's body, and it looks so wrong. And I've no doubt they've put like NASA level computers on this job, and this is the best any effects studio can do. And I've no doubt they worked on it and revised it and revised it and revised it. And it still looks terrible, and it still feels so disgusting and disrespectful to do it at all.
Yeah.
It's awful. She's just died. That's the other thing. Peter Cushing died years ago. So bringing him back in a little cameo, you go, fair enough, like it's a tribute to his legacy. But to have this, to sort of, deep fake retcon this person's performance is just like so icky and gross.
It's horrible.
Horrible. Horrific.
And you're writing round it as well, which is just makes the film suffer for it.
It does. It does. Why you could have? I mean, sad though it is, and it might have meant reshooting. I mean, and if they shot it in 6 months, they wouldn't have had time. But you just go have Leia die heroically at the start of this film.
Yeah, or have the start of the film be like her funeral. It's like, the Leia died.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot more exciting than Palpatine coming back. But,
and also it gives them a sense of purpose, doesn't it? We'll do this for Leia. Right. I know they try and introduce that later, but it's done so badly. But we have to get there.
Hey, we'll get there.
Yeah. So
world called Testicle.
Rey's doing her
getting
training.
Pushed down the stairs. Yeah, Rey's doing her training. Yeah.
They find out from the spy that they need to get to a planet called Exegol. And Rey
Testicle,
remembers in one of the secret Jedi texts that Luke's made a note of the Sith Wayfinder, because J.J. Abrams loves fucking
maps, endless maps. I was so excited that there was some more maps, because you love maps, John. Any plot that revolves around finding a map, you are so into that, aren't you? If I remember correctly.
The J.J. Abrams films I can think of, there's The Force Awakens, where they have to get the map.
Yep.
Then I'm thinking in Mission Impossible 3, there's something called the bunny, the rabbit foot that he has to get, and this is the Wayfinder. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it just MacGuffins.
Just stop it.
It's very like template filmmaking, isn't it? It's like, okay, here's my tracing paper, and let's get film structure out and just draw over all those bits with slightly different things. The Wayfinder.
Oh, so Rey, Finn, Poe, Chewbacca, BB-8, and C-3PO go in the Millennium Falcon to a planet called Pasana to find a hidden clue.
And Rey's gap year.
Yeah.
Going to a sort of local festival.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very... It feels like a gap year student doing some, marvelling at some adorable natives, isn't it? And it's like... And this made me think about, again, sort of trying to handle progressive ideas, but in a kind of corporate American way. And it's like they're going, look at these brave, comical natives. And there's so much of the film already. Like, again, I think until the very end, when I've got a few exceptions to this, every character feels like they've not lived up to any of their potential.
Yeah.
Every single, and you almost want to include Last Jedi in that as well.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Just go,
yeah.
There's none of them has proved to be particularly exciting. And crucially, the most criminal thing is you don't feel like any of them actually have a relationship or a dynamic. Like Poe and Finn have screen chemistry, but you don't get the feeling they've spent any time together.
No.
They're never reminiscing about bombing runs they did between movies, or like, oh, and you got me out of that scrape on so and so. Yeah, well, you saved my ass in whatever. Like we're just being told what everyone's relationships are. And the only people I feel like I believe have any sort of an actual dynamic between them as characters are Rey and Kylo Ren, and Rey and Luke Skywalker.
Yes, absolutely.
And those two, we've been shown, we've lived in them developing a relationship, and that's why that feels truthful. But the rest of the time, it's just like a guy walks in and someone else says, hey, you're my friend, or hey, I hate you. And you go, sure, I guess. Like, I don't feel anything about these characters. I don't feel like any of them have had recognizable character traits or recognizable relationships, because, they've been so busy establishing lore that they've skipped over actually telling us any stories. And I think Last Jedi is the least bad offender for that. And that's why I believe in Rey and Luke having a relationship and differences of opinion and affection for each other, but not really anyone else. And not even the famous bromance of Finn and Poe. Like, I think one reason it seems like they are boyfriends is because all you get off them is like love at first sight, because you don't see their relationship develop. Yeah.
And further to that, you actually get a scene here where Rose is like, can I come with you? And they go, no,
fuck off. Yeah. Get fucked, mate.
Yeah. All the lads on Reddit don't like you, so you have to stay.
Yeah. A gaggle of about 200 incels don't like you, so I've decided the best thing to do is to immediately capitulate to their opinions. Yeah. Very, very clever. Very, very smart. And
talking of which, the next scene we have Kylo Ren rebuilding his mask that he smashed in the last one.
No, I didn't realise I was repairing my helmet with strawberry fondant, and I don't want any comments made about it, thank you.
And he took it to a chimpanzee.
That's right. I love the chimp blacksmith.
I like the chimp blacksmith. Yeah.
The Knights of Ren and all that. Fuck that. Let's have the chimps of Ren. I'd love that. If Kylo Ren had an army of like a squad of 5 chimps in like cool armor, that would be fine by me.
Amazing.
That'd be much better. Space chimps.
But you talk about potential and characters not fulfilling their potential.
Yeah.
Knights of Ren were built up in the first one to be this big deal.
Yeah.
And JJ obviously likes them because Rian Johnson was like, "No, I'm not having that," and they weren't in the last one at all.
Yeah.
J. James brought them in this one, and they do nothing.
The thing is, there are things that J.J. Abrams goes back on that Rian Johnson did, where he then realises, obviously, like, because I imagine he's writing the script like as they're shooting the film, because that's the only way to explain some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And he suddenly goes, oh, actually, that thing that I've retconned out of the movie is quite helpful. Actually, I'll write a different thing back in. So now there's an uncomfortable mirror thing, where we're like, okay, we didn't have the Knights of Ren, we had the elite squad of the Imperial Guard or whatever, and I don't want them anymore. So okay, we'll write the Knights of Ren back in, and there's so much of that, and so many of the things he's brought back. Going, why did you get rid of that? That was great. It's like he brings them back and immediately realizes, oh, they've got no potential whatsoever.
No, they do nothing, and it's annoying because. In the first one, you're like, oh, okay, so this is kind of, I understand his backstory slightly, because I think Lawrence Kasdan had something to do with the first one, a competent writer.
Yeah, it's also good press, right? It's like when John Carpenter he did the score and he supervised on Halloween, the reboot, and it was really good. I really liked that Halloween movie.
Yeah, because Lawrence Kasdan, what he did in the first one was he walked in the writer's room, turned around and just went, and then walked out.
Wafted it in the room and said, suck on that, brilliant.
Thanks for the 10 grand, lads.
Yeah, bye.
Probably more than that, probably 10 million.
Oh, God, yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
It'd be all right by me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd go fart in a writer's room for £10 million.
All right, well, we'll have a new series of Balls of Steel.
Okay, great.
Where you spend years trying to get into the biggest writing room in England.
I spend years disguising myself as Lawrence Kasdan, studying his movements, the most method performance ever conceived. And I go into the new Star Wars TV series writer's room. So, hey, it's me, Lawrence Kasdan. Thanks for the 10 million, and off I go.
Yeah. No, he was eating beans all day yesterday. I understand why now.
I'll be honest, I wasn't researching Lawrence Kasdan. I've just been eating beans for the last 10 years.
And
that's why the supreme fruity bottom pop that just came out was so absolutely lumptious. And
then
delicious.
It landed on a page and they went, Palpatine's returned.
Genius! Thanks, Lawrence.
Oh, what have I done? What have I done?
I think that's probably what happened.
So, Kylo Ren comes storming in with these Knights of Ren, and as you know, they're the Knights of Ren because they walk past and one stormtrooper says to another, "Knights of Ren."
Yeah,
Thanks,
they do
mate.
because you've forgotten about them. Yeah, exactly.
And he puts down the cowman's head on the table.
Yeah,
goes, "There's a spy among us."
Yep.
And Richard E. Grant, who's now in it, goes, "Oh dear."
Do you remember when it was around the time Richard E. Grant was getting into Twitter or Instagram videos? And I really love him. He seems like a really nice and earnest man.
Yes.
And I love him as an actor as well.
Yeah.
But like he's so earnest, and like around the time that I knew other people who were seeing Rise of Skywalker and saying, "Mate, this is absolute garbage."
Yeah.
He released a video of him like having just come back from the premiere, sat in his home, going, "Well, I've just been to see the film, and oh wow, what an incredible piece of work they've put together. It's really,
remember it well.
I really hope you can see it." And it is as though he's never seen a science fiction film before.
Yes.
And he's so sort of awestruck, like, wow, there were laser swords and ships in space. Can you imagine such a thing? And you go like, no, it's not good, Richard.
No,
like you could be in another sci-fi film and it might be really good.
Yeah. He's a
Go
Grant.
for another
He's a
one.
Grant.
Try another one.
He's Richard. He's Grant. Just wanted to try that out. I remember he used to do videos and he'd be like, "Lovely day in the garden," and then he'd just turn to the camera and go on every video he'd just do this big laugh. Obviously not so much these days because he's a very sad man for good reason.
Yeah, well, quite.
But yeah, I do remember that. I do remember him going, it's like he's been in a Fellini film. I've just been in this extraordinary space adventure.
My goodness, can you envision such an incredible adventure as this?
The hairy dog man was in a plane.
So moved was I when Greg Grunberg off Heroes got killed, playing the character Boff Trinko, and when Boff bought it in the raid. I was like, he just reads as the most easy to impress man in the history of the world.
Well, good for him.
I don't think he's ever seen a sci-fi film before. That's my prediction. He's only ever seen Withnail and I and Shakespeare.
And that one so he directed himself about his childhood.
Yeah. Oh yes, of course. Yeah. Yes. Which I want to see actually. Now that
I have seen it. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's quite
good.
fun.
Well, I wish we'd watched that instead of Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
And when he was on Shooting Stars and he said he was from Swaziland, and they all laughed and said, "You mean Switzerland?"
That's good.
I like that
good.
bit.
I also like the bit when there's a lad from Skins on Shooting Stars, and it's like one of those moments when there's a really good gag in the first sort of 2 seconds of a show, and you go, we're all safe here. We're gonna have a good time. When Bob Mortimer turns to this I can't remember his name. It's one of those pretty kids off Skins, and he says, right, Steve, you're in Skins. I've not seen it. It's about potatoes, and it's just. Oh, God, like we're all right. We're gonna have a good half hour here. It's the opposite of the opening 5 minutes of the Rise of Skywalker, actually, to bring it back to the theme.
Where you're in trouble. Yeah.
You know you're not gonna have a good time for the next 3-4 hours or whatever.
We also get another moment here of Kylo Ren displaying a feat of force powers that would be handy at any other point in his career, where he literally lifts a man off of the table up to the ceiling.
Yep.
With the force, and says, "We've got to find who the spy is and kill Rey."
Yep.
And I'm like, there's many times in this film that it would have been useful if you did that to somebody.
Yeah.
But you chose that
very
man.
inconsistent levels of power.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit like, because, loyal Smirsh Pod listeners will know that the Snake Boy posse have listened to many Harry Potter watched many Harry Potter films and talked about them. And the each of those children has a device in their pocket at all times with the power of like both Jesus and a nuclear bomb, and it makes it very difficult, I think, to sort of keep consistent stakes and all that. Like any of them knows that they could kill somebody with a thought and 2 words, and it's difficult to kind of keep a consistent world with manageable levels of power when that is the case. And similarly, this film falls into it takes a system that has worked a lot previously and just sort of slightly messes it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, in Return of the Jedi, Luke's like fully formed as a Jedi, and he's able to do bits and pieces. But again, with him, there's many times where he could have used them.
Yeah, that's true.
But at least he does practically use them. He lifts up C-3PO and all that business. But in this...
And from the Rancor beast and all that, saving himself and all these things. That's all relevant. C-3PO does some translating around this point, I believe, which was nice. I enjoyed that.
Yes. And he speaks to the little natives on Pisana who asks Rey what her name is. And she says to him... "What's your name?" And he says, "What's your family name?" And then Rey goes, "I have no family." A bit like when Rodney accidentally applies for his own job and says, "Oh, no, I haven't got a brother." And he calls his fans there.
There's one for the kids.
Yeah. And the little otter people.
Yes, the little otter people. They're around. They're cute. I mean, it is all very... Again, going back to a thought from earlier, like I was looking at this and... Again, a bit like the lesbian kiss that's just of no consequence, but is just playing to the converted for pats on the back in the West, and then immediately cowering and removing it in the East. Like you just go, there's no substance to it. And what I thought was like, there's 2 problems here. One is that all of the cool old characters we used to like have gone, except when Luke comes back later, and then things get a bit more fun for a bit. But most of these characters, they're such sort of ciphers like Rey and Poe and Finn. That like you don't really know what they're like or what their personalities are. You just know what their kind of destiny and what their theme is. And those aren't characters.
No, they're carrying heavy themes, but you don't care about them.
No, exactly, because they haven't got personalities. And so whereas Han, Luke, Leia, like if you were asked to write a page of dialogue between them, it would be a piece of piss because you know exactly who they are. And Rey, what would they talk about if the cameras weren't on them? I've no clue. Do you like space chess? Yes, a bit. Okay, like it'd be like that. But similarly, without any of those old characters with more sort of bold character choices and more interesting character personalities, all they can do is stand around gawping at stuff
and talk over each other.
Yeah,
for comedy purposes.
Oh yeah, it's all that. Like at best, you'll get a kind of that just happened, level witticism. But like, so with this sort of street festival thing, I was comparing it to like Indiana Jones in Cairo.
Yes.
And And I was thinking to myself, people like, there's a lot to criticise, and lots of things to unpack about, Indiana Jones and its portrayal of other cultures. But in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indy turns up. He's got friends in Cairo. It's not his world. It isn't. But he's got a defined relationship with it. He sits down, gets some, grappa in a bar or whatever, and he's eating dates and like playing with this little chimp and stuff. But he's got a relationship with it, so it makes the place he's in feel alive and real.
Yes.
Whereas this, it feels like somebody, standing in front of some starving kids on their Tinder profile to show how compassionate they are. Like, there's no substance to it. There's no engagement with it emotionally. It's just, I think it's weird that Indiana Jones feels like a more sensitive portrayal of 1930s Cairo.
Until you get to the next one, but we won't talk about that.
Well, we won't talk about Temple of Doom. No, that's a whole separate.
And it's a prequel, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. He's moved on since then.
Yeah.
And it's a different country too.
What Ray should have done here is when the little one's like, "What's your family name?" She should have kicked her fucking head off.
Yeah, that's right. Just to sort of... And hey, Ray's got so little of a defined personality. I believe she might do that.
And she's a Palpatine, as we find out later. So that's
right.
It's Will Winner.
I think Poe later on goes, "Yeah, I suspected there was something wrong when she kicked that adorable baby walrus's head off and it flew across the street festival into a big tuba. And then one of the space walruses went, and then the head flew out again.
I know, as the blood came out of the little pipes of the tuba. And it just kept
Ray
coming
turned,
up and down.
That's right. And Ray turned and looked at me and looked me dead in the eye and said, "I'm glad I did that. That's really funny." I knew there was something wrong.
Really? Because that's when I thought she was all right. So they're on Posada, and then Kylo initiates another Force bond with her, which is pretty much Rian Johnson, by doing that clever idea in the last film, has saved this film, because without it, this film's fucked.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's the only way they can get out of
But then it goes too far.
Yeah, that's true.
It spoils that as well.
Yes, it does.
And Kylo says to Rey,
"I'm going to find you and I'm going to turn you to the dark side and you're going to show me your face clean as the morning. I know things were bad, but now they're okay. Suddenly Kylo is standing beside you. He does give me orders. He strangles some men."
Oh, I love that
Suddenly Kylo.
Let's watch Little Shop of Horrors instead.
Oh man, I wish. I mean, this is there may be a clue for the listener in how engaged we are with the movie at this point.
I'd like it if Kylo was talking to him as like, "I know things about you, and what the fuck is that head doing in that tuba?"
That appears to be. I think that's really funny.
And Ray says, "Hey, me too."
Yeah. Hey, we've got loads in common.
Oh, I think maybe she's Palpatine.
Yeah. Why don't you come round and watch Mrs. Brown's Boys with me?
I love Mrs. Brown's Boys. I think it's really clever. That's what she says.
Poe's
Finn and Poe just looking at each other, tugging their collars. Uh-oh.
So he goes to Posada to find her, and then we get the hilarious scene of they fly now.
They fly now, yeah. I mean, J.J. Abrams is like bad half-assed comedy dialogue. It's like sub Seinfeld now.
Yeah.
Listen, I love Seinfeld, but when you're just going in for the they fly now. What's with the flying? Do you fly? I don't fly. Did you ever fly? Like, when you're at that level, I think
at that point
you want to take another look at it.
They should say they fly now, and then Chewbacca puts $10 down because he's just masturbated. Not lost the contest.
That's right. And then Elaine
Chewie,
comes in and says,
that.
"Hello, how are you?"
La la la. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is a better movie. This is the thing. All these additions do make it better.
I mean, if this film stopped and they sang "Suddenly Seymour," fuck me, it's an Oscar.
Oh man! I mean, this is the thing. It's taking big swings. I mean, I would respect it.
Son be a Sith.
Son be a Sith Lord. You have a talent for causing things pain.
Punches
really
Miriam
Margaret
in the
face. He kicks an otter's head off. Great. And if it was, imagine if like you've got Kylo comes in with his strawberry fondant helmet, takes it off, and now without explanation he's being played by Steve Martin.
Amazing.
I fucking love it.
Then he does a banjo solo.
Yeah, bang, ding, 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 and all the Imperial Guard officers around the table.
Even the one on the ceiling from Monty Python style laughs.
When I went to Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Yeah, the ceiling as well.
Imagine if they'd really just like completely not cared in this and just done little bits, sketches and stuff.
Do you know what? My fiance. This is actually really good continuity. I think there's a really lovely trace, like a line you can trace between these Star Wars podcasts of our friendship developing, John.
I think so.
But also our lives sort of changing and moving on, and our increasing disappointment with the Star Wars films.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting married next month.
Oh, bless you.
As we're recording this, thank you. So if we'd recorded this later, I could have said my wife, which would have created a pleasing arc.
Would you want me to paste it in a couple of months?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
My wife, my wife to be, said when the new Top Gun Maverick film came out, they should have to do a new Hot Shots.
Yes.
Because it should be that every time a Top Gun film comes out, you have to do Hot Shots.
Except it would be the opposite story of Maverick, because Charlie Sheen looks like fucking shit now.
Yeah, he's not aged as well.
No, and he's very ill as well, isn't he? So
that would have been a problem. I mean, you can always get a new Topper Harley.
You could.
It would be a shame. It'd be a bit sad.
Tom, we're doing it again. We're not talking about Star Wars. The Rise of Skywalker.
But if they had done, Star Wars movie, like epic movie, instead of Rise of Skywalker, I'd be well up for that.
I mean, it couldn't be any less funny than any of those epic Star movies.
Genuinely, I wish we'd watched superhero movie instead of Rise of Skywalker.
Well, that is superhero movies where a door will open and go, "Hello, I am Iron Man." That is the joke, and then another door open and someone will go, "Hello, I am the Hulk."
Yeah, and then they open a third door and it's Batman having a wank and he goes, "Oh, sorry, wrong movie," and shuts the door. Actually, that's too good.
That's much too good. That would be rejected. Batman opens the door and goes, "Oh, I shouldn't be in here. I should be in the room with all the DC heroes," and he walks in there. That's the joke.
Yeah, and then they're all in there and they go, "Batman," and then
"Hi,
the door
Flash."
Shuts. "Hi, Flash. I'm the Flash," he says, and everyone goes, "Ha ha ha ha!" Very funny.
Yeah.
They fly now. They fly now. It's still better than that.
And Chewie puts down another $10.
A big thing that they do, I think this is J.J. Abrams mimicking Star Wars. Well, I don't remember actually if this is a thing in Star Wars, in the the original trilogy, but there's this echoing dialogue thing of like never underestimate a droid, which to me feels like more something you would get in the prequels, like somebody just... But they assume that, and they do it later as well with the "I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I've got the strength to do it." And you go, the echoes are really hokey because they're too exact and complicated. Never underestimate a droid. What does that mean? Like, it's not a running theme that Leia particularly is fond of droids, and it's not a thing that any other character doesn't trust them.
Empire Strikes Back. The thing with Empire
that.
Strikes Back is that everybody fucking hates C-3PO to the point that he gets completely obliterated by a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
So no, that's not a consistent theme in the original films.
No. But that echoing dialogue thing, is that something that happens a lot? Because I was thinking it sort of feels familiar, but I don't. But it's done really badly in this film, and I don't remember if.
But George Lucas famously says it has to be like a poem in rhyme.
So they've literally thought we'll do that literally.
Yeah.
Never underestimate a droid. I'm having a flare up with my hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
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 So do it literally.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy.
It's
it would
not bad.
It would still be better. This is the problem. We're being all like ha 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 and silly, but we are writing a better movie than I've just watched.
Definitely. But they get discovered. Sorry, before all that they fly now, they meet Lando Calrissian. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, he's there, and I sort of thought, oh, thank God, an interesting old character has come back.
No.
The last one in the bucket.
He hasn't though, has he? Because he's really boring.
He's very boring in this, and
it's good to see him. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, absolutely! I love Billy D. Williams. He looks a bit tired.
He's very tired.
I think he's having fun, but he's just. It's not like having Harrison Ford back. Still, running about and shooting stuff, and he just sort of looks like. Oh, I sure. Thanks for asking.
He's not a well man. I've seen him. He needs like 2 canes to get about.
Oh, does he? Right.
So that's why in this film he's always stationary. I don't mean he's like, like a
I mean, it's a lot better than deep faking someone who's passed away.
It's
but,
true.
It's still, but bless him, and it's nice to see him. But it does almost feel like, tick, there's another one.
Well, he says, "Give Leia my love," and she says, "You can give it to yourself." And he's like, "Oh, all right.
Yeah, okay.
Is that? Am I on? Is that good?"
Yeah, I'm on a promise, am I?
Is she up for it? Is she? Oh,
is she? Yeah, great.
You should go. I've wanted to bang that bitch for 40 years.
Just like more of a blaxploitation hero than he ever even was in the original.
He's basically
trilogy.
Black Dynamite now. Yeah.
Dynamite.
Oh, I love that film. I wish we could watch that.
It's fucking fantastic.
One of my favourite films of all time.
I think it is. It's one of the best comedy films
I
ever
threw
made.
that shit before I came in the room.
No, John, back to Rise of Skywalker.
Sorry. But watch Black
I'll take
Dynamite.
you back to Crenshaw Pete with his hot ass coat hangers. Would you like that? if you don't talk about Rise of Skywalker. Anyway, shut the fuck up, Euphoria, says Lando.
God, I love that film.
Shut the fuck up, Ray.
Shush, little girl. There's probably a lot of cats around here with that name.
A lot of dudes have that name. My mama says my dad's called Lando Calrissian. Shut up, little girl. A lot of cats have that name. What the hell is Ochi, by the way? Because they kept mentioning Ochi and I didn't know what it was.
He's a bounty hunter, apparently.
Oh, I thought it was a planet. I don't know.
No, he's a bounty hunter with the big goggles, and he kills Rey's parents, and can't find Rey because his ship. His is the ship you see taking off in The Force Awakens when she's holding on to Simon Pegg, and he's going, "I wish someone would put me in a good film."
Yeah. I'm actually really good. What the hell's going on? Yeah.
Am I though? It's been a long time since I've been any good.
Well, I'd like the opportunity to prove it. You know, that's that conversation that happens.
Yeah, I'm very much like Jerry the cat in that I need Tom to be relevant.
What, me?
Well, no.
Oh, Tom Neenan. Tom the cat. Oh, Tom Neenan. Oh, okay. Do you know what? Now, I'll say this, and I mean this. I think that if Tom Neenan had the chance to write like a film to showcase Simon Pegg, I think that would go really well and might revitalise his career.
It would go great.
I'm The Secret style wishing that into the universe now.
No, it'd be wonderful. I'm sure Tom Neenan would like that as well.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah, absolutely.
But he's all right. He's on the gravy train.
He's on the old BBC gravy train. Yeah. Well, the Dave comedy gravy train, you know, but it's a similar train.
He's having a lovely time, and he'll be listening to this, so hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom. We love you, you know.
We do. More than you'll ever know.
More than you'll ever know.
So, yeah, Ochi is a bounty hunter who had this mysterious dagger. Again, more bullshit.
More bullshit. The strangest thing in the Star Wars universe, a knife that isn't made of lasers.
What the fuck is... Well, yeah, exactly. Someone's watched The Goonies and gone, we need this knife that matches up perfectly to a thing that might shift in the water.
We've got the Wayfinder. This is the shit stabber. And Ochi takes his goggles off, and it's Pop underneath, isn't it? That's who Ochi was all along. 444.
How many Nights of Ren?
How many nights? 9. 9 Nights of Ren. Put some of those fucking chimps in the suit. They do a better job.
Oh, God.
They'll be more excited.
They fall into some sort of weird quicksand that doesn't... It's the weirdest quicksand because it doesn't sink and kill them. It makes them fall into a cave underneath.
Yeah. It just another sort of totally manufactured moment of jeopardy to
talking of
undermine
which,
later.
Because that's when Finn says, "Ray, there's something I've always needed to tell you."
Yeah.
And
Did we ever find out what that is?
No.
Cool.
Poe even asks him later, and he's like, "Oh, I'll tell you later." And he never does.
Mm-hmm. Around this point, don't we have Rey slicing the wing off of Kylo Ren's fighter, which is the first cool thing
coming
that's
up.
happened?
That's coming up.
That's later, okay.
That's coming up, so you better get the party started. Anyway.
When the Knights of Ren turned up on that cliff edge looking ponderous, I just thought, here they come, the right Knights of Ren. Back streets back. All right! I mean, we are writing the most perfect Star Wars movie.
I was expecting one of them to start playing the solo to November Rain. Because there's a helicopter going right round them, isn't there? So
that's true. Yeah. That would be good.
Slash ruining. That's the thing about November Rain that bothers me is Axl Rose's wedding, right, is ruined because it rains. Yes. Someone falls through the cake. Slash is like, well, fuck this. I'm going to go outside and play my guitar.
Yeah, and then between just as Slash is doing that in on the desert planet, then Brian May comes out and starts playing "God Save the Queen"
on top of the castle. Yeah,
on top of the castle. Yeah,
you know who directed the music video to November Rain?
Who?
Ridley Scott.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how he started, wasn't it? That's quite a sort of that began a tradition.
He did,
and that then is quite nicely tying in with Alien 3, right? Because what's his bloody name? Fincher. He started out doing music videos as well.
He did indeed.
There you go.
I remember watching an Arena documentary about Ridley Scott, and it was a great little intro. It was a loaf of Hovis.
Yeah.
And then the alien chest burster comes out the top of it.
Nice.
I thought, that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that is fun.
Well done, Ridley Scott.
Well done, Ridley Scott. You've made some really, really great films.
And some terrible ones as well, just for balance.
Well, that's right. I was going to ask you, John, would you rather watch Rise of Skywalker again or Prometheus?
Prometheus.
You think so?
I think, and I'm going to get cancelled for this.
Here we go. Big takes.
I think Prometheus has aged quite well.
Okay. Well, maybe I should watch it again. I remember enjoying the ride of it and then walking away from it and thinking, that's all bollocks.
I hated it when I first saw it, but I watched it again recently and I really enjoyed it.
Alien Covenant was a weird one. Like I didn't love that either. But also I think I feel like there was a collective sort of in the cinema when it reveals that actually this is a sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah.
It felt all the trailers were going, no, it's what you want. It's characters that you can care about, invest in, and they're going to face some aliens on a planet. Oh, just you wait, it's back to the good times. Then David the android, and you go, oh, fuck.
It's like when Mike and Bernie Winters came out. You're like, oh, there's two of them.
There's so many Winters. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, man.
So they're in the cave and that big sort of basilisk comes out.
Yep.
There's a nice joke here that I really enjoy, by the way. It's
that?
when Rey turns on her lightsaber for light, because it's dark, and Poe turns on his torch, and it does a beam like a lightsaber.
Tink.
It's quite a nice little visual joke.
Yeah, that's all right, yeah.
Which I'm guessing someone else thought of.
Yeah. Maybe on the day.
So the snake's all like that lion with the paw, like, oh, I'm really hurt. Oh,
yeah. Oh no, please. Yeah.
And Rey heals him, and he's like, oh, you can go now. And also they find Orchie's dead skeleton. Yeah. Not his live one.
With a pot noodle in his lap.
Yeah.
And his flies open.
Yeah.
Luckily, he's all rotted away, so you can't see what was beneath those flies.
Oh.
But he still gets up and he says, how many Maverick bars?
Oh, Paul, I thought you were a Mara Queen.
American? Yeah, American.
Yeah, American.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac, the actor.
Oscar Isaac.
That's right.
I've seen you in
Inside the Llewellyn Davis.
Yeah, but
very moving story.
You're playing the beautiful guitar.
Beautiful guitar. Yeah. I am hot for you, Oscar Isaac. Who wouldn't be? Gorgeous man.
Very gorgeous man. And I saw an interview with Oscar Isaac recently, and they said to him, "Would you do another Star Wars?" And he was like, "Oh no." And then he went, "Actually, if I need another house, yes." I think.
Have you seen The Rise of Skywalker, Oscar Isaac? No, but I've seen the house it bought.
And it's very nice. By all accounts, it's a terrible film.
By all accounts.
But the theme of this film with every actor, by the way, is very much checked out.
Yeah, ready for
dead
bed
behind
now.
the eyes.
That's right. Yeah, ready to go. Rey's Jesus now. Then
yes.
She can heal people.
This is a thing now
that's one of them. And that and the teleportation thing are two things that I think they immediately ring as just like that doesn't work. Like you don't believe it, and you just go. It makes the Force less interesting, not more interesting.
Well, it does because when you think about the thing that made Anakin evil in the first place was being able to bring people back from the dead, and now we're just doing it willy nilly.
Yeah, now you can. Yeah. Like, just ridiculous.
So Rey, they get out of the snake cave, as it were. Yep. They find the dagger, but C-3PO can't read the inscription because it's written in Sith.
Yep.
I can't read Sith. It's against my programming. That and Bernard Manning jokes.
There's I would read it to you, but there's a really awful joke about curry houses here I'm not prepared to say. No, say it. The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. Oh. I can't stress enough, this really isn't all right.
We're going to have to take this to Jim Davidson.
He's fucking chomping at the bit to read it out loud. Sith Lord Darth Davidson is, sitting in his, Surrey mansion.
He'd be like Darth Chalky, wouldn't it? It'd be awful.
Darth Chalky, God.
And meanwhile, Rey senses that Kylo's coming. Not like that. So she goes out into the desert, and then there
was a scene earlier that they cut because the film was already too long, where the other kind of coming happens, and she senses that too.
I think Kylo Ren's chucking up his beans.
She's just in the back of a briefing room shot, and at one point she just goes, "Oh, Kylo's finished."
Yeah.
I go, "Sorry," and she says, "Nothing."
Sorry. But
because you can teleport now, because teleportation's possible with the Force now, she's just like, and has to wipe her forehead.
They teleport now.
They teleport now. Who's teleporting? I'm not teleporting. Do you ever teleport? I've teleported. You teleported? You never told me you teleported. I teleported. I'm telling you. I don't have to tell you when I teleport. Oh, you're always teleporting all the time.
And then Uncle Leo comes in and goes, "Hi, Rey."
Hi.
It's Uncle Leo. Brilliant.
Kramer comes in and says, "Hey, you need somebody to read that dagger for you?" Jerry, I really want to read that dagger.
No, I think it's probably best you don't.
Yeah,
I think everyone's gradually forgetting about what you did, gradually.
Yeah, I'm going to go and do a joke about it on Curb Enthusiasm.
Oh, that probably means I can get work again now, doesn't it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, great.
I'm afraid. No, you're finished. Yeah.
Back to touring.
Does everyone remember I was in
southern towns?
Does everyone remember I was in the film of Whoops Apocalypse? No.
No one remembers that.
No. I got out. Rick Mail was in one scene and stole the entire film. That's right. Yeah.
I've seen do you know what? We need to get back to it. I watched the first 3 episodes of Whoops Apocalypse on holiday with my soon-to-be wife, and Christ, I loved it instantly. And I'm very excited to see the end of it and then the movie.
Oh, I've seen the movie. I've not seen the TV series.
John, you would love it.
Okay, all right.
Like, did you hear the passion in my voice there? That's how convinced I am.
I did.
There's a scene with, it's set up as like, we've got our most sort of sophisticated, undercover strike team on the job. So they'll be able to get in and out without being detected. And then it cuts to the funniest thing I've ever seen. Just like an SAS team just like bursting into a bathroom and just shooting the entire thing to pieces.
They repeat that scene in the film.
And they do it in the film. Okay, great.
And it's Rick Mail leading them.
Oh, really? Because he says the N. He says the N in Whoops Apocalypse.
Oh, does he?
In a moment which is, I would say, satirically relevant, but you wouldn't do it now.
Well, in the film, he's leading the troop of SAS people who smash everything up, and his assistant is Daniel Peacock, and it's very funny.
Oh, lovely. Oh, exciting. All right.
God, we've got to talk about this bloody film. We're talking about
What's
Apocalypse.
Are we 20 minutes into the movie
we've done an hour.
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, Chewbacca gets captured because Finn's basically like an overbearing mother because he sees that Rey's left, and he's like, Chewie, go and check on her. And Chewie immediately gets arrested by the Knights of Ren. Like, doesn't even fight back.
No, like I was saying, like I want to know that there's some sort of other element to this. No, they just surround him, and he's like, Chewie, the roaring.
Yeah, you rip people's arms out of their sockets.
That's
all the
right.
time.
Yeah, tough guy. He just goes, okay, come along quietly.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's a fair cop.
Society's to blame. You fucking traitor. So then they board on the ship. Meanwhile, Rey is sensing that Kylo Ren's coming. Kylo Ren's plan is to run her over.
Yep.
Which just seems a bit stupid.
It's a bit base, yeah. Especially because he appears to be like in love with her and want her to be his like wife and run the galaxy. I'm not actually sure what he wants at this point.
No, and I don't know what his end game is. He's very much like King Kong stealing Fay Rey. I mean, what's he going to do with her at the end?
But if King Kong just like stepped on Fay Rey instantly.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you.
Or put her up his urethra.
Yeah, that's right. That's the only way they could fathomably make love, really, isn't it?
Really? I mean, I've always thought that there must. My post-credit scene to King Kong would be they find King Kong's lockup and it's just full of women. Because that ceremony must happen all the time. It's like, we found you another woman.
John, Rise of Skywalker.
It's like Dennis Moore and the Lupins. I don't want any more bloody women. Haven't you got any giant bananas you can give me? Rise of Skywalker.
I like the idea that they have quite a nice life though in that island.
He
keeps them away from the dinosaurs.
They're very much dead.
Oh no, they're all dead. Okay.
Yeah, he keeps pulling up his urethra.
Well, fair. That would be challenging.
And then he goes for a wee and they just boop.
Thump. Yeah, I don't like it. Horrible. Like a torpedo tube.
So they capture.
They got Chewbacca.
Well, she does
the wing off the thing.
She does the shot from the trailer that everybody loved. That I still think is stupid.
What's that?
Where she does the leap over the
I liked that. I thought that was valid. I tell you what, I like it a lot more than people teleporting or like bringing people back from the dead using the Force.
It's true, but it just doesn't make any sense.
No. Well, I don't know. It's a big Force jump. I'm fine with it.
And then he rolls about 17 times and explodes.
And then he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
What is going on with this film?
I think it's just like as many moments of like impactful action and set pieces as possible, but with no real consideration for what goes between them. It is like a sketch show. It is like Star Wars movie.
It is.
But without any jokes.
Yeah. So then, I was going to do another tangent then, but I've stopped myself. So then the First Order, they take the Falcon and Chewbacca and the dagger, which Chewbacca hands them over. It's like, fucking
Chewbacca.
A wimp.
Yeah.
And then Rey's like, well, I'm going to stop the ship in midair with the Force.
And they have a tug of war, her and Kylo Ren.
Who's now fine. And then suddenly she just burps out loads of electricity at the ship and explodes.
Well, that's some of the very clever, subtle foreshadowing of a little reveal, a very satisfying reveal.
Foreshadowing, if you will.
Foreshadowing of what's coming up later in the film, and I think everyone's going to love it.
I'll give you a visual picture of it now. It's a big shovel with a big pile of horse shit on it.
Wow. I'm excited to see what that is.
So then she's like, Chewie, oh God, what have I done? And then they all go and get on Ochi's ship and fly off.
Yeah,
and then
appalling appalling, badly handled, unnecessary fake out with Chewie being dead.
Because literally the next scene he's like, oh, he's here.
He's fine, yeah. We find out that he's fine in the next scene, and the scene after that, Rey finds out that he's fine. So
what was the point
there's no point to it whatsoever.
No.
God, I mean, there's such a better film. If you just take out about 17 of the characters and then just simplify the plot to like the plot of a film, like with an end goal that people are trying to achieve that's clear from the start, then you could make it you could probably get in the editing suite and make a better film with what they've shot.
I think you could. I think someone's probably done it.
Yeah, probably.
But on this Ochi ship, they find another droid that we don't need.
Called
Dio.
The Finger Mouse.
Finger Mouse, yeah.
Yeah, it comes out, Dio.
You should have the little man with the beard and the green suit behind him all the time.
Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be more interesting.
Yeah.
And as we get onto a planet where the gang is sneaking around with the hoods all pulled up, right? That's around then. And
I like the production design of this planet, though.
Yeah, that's
really nice. It does feel like
it's
a war. There's a war going on.
I think it's worth saying that so much of the production design is brilliant in this film, and the sound design. I think the DOP's done a good job. Like you were saying, you didn't like the look of it, but I don't know.
I think it's too. There's a weird shade on it. I don't like. Like the greens are too green, the yellows are too yellow.
Fair enough, but I think there's a lot of really nice shots in it, and I think there's some really lovely design on the ships and stuff, and you get a lot of fun, cool Star Wars stuff.
The best visuals in this film are the scene coming up where Kylo and Rey talk to one another. And she's in his room, and he's on that planet, and then it kind of mixes it up. It's quite nice. And those
nice.
roses, those rose things fall all over the floor.
Yeah.
That's great, but
that's nice. Except that it literalizes that into. Oh no, he literally teleported there. Yeah. It's almost like J.J. Abrams didn't understand the bits in Rise of Skywalker where you go like, but she's in her room and he's over there, and then you see him in her room, and you go, no, it's a visual effect. He's not teleported
Rian
into
Johnson
her
did hint
house.
at it though, didn't he? But they haven't developed it, because in Last Jedi he gets that one of them gets a droplet of water. Yeah, it's when she's standing by those waves and he gets the droplet of water.
Yeah, but that feels like that could arguably be just sort of psychosomatic, right?
Yeah,
like it
true.
feels almost like it's poetry, not that it's a literal thing. But also then the idea that you can take objects and then whole people, mad. I thought you were going to say the best shot in the whole film's coming up when Babu Frick turns up.
Well, it is. We'll get to Babu Frick because we then meet Zori.
Yeah, Zori,
who had her own series.
Sexulon.
She had her own series with Ronnie Corbett, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Language, Kylo.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great. Zori, a.k.a. Popsy Sexulon, a.k.a. Poe Dameron is not gay, okay?
Yeah, he used to have actual physical sex with a lady.
It's when she says that line where she says, you used to have heterosexual sex with me, didn't you? And he says, that's right, I love that.
Yeah. And she said, you weren't so keen on any bum fun. And he's like, nope, hate it.
No, he says, no, I don't like that.
And he says, I find the physical form of a man repulsive.
Repellent, yeah, exactly. I hate it.
What are you doing here anyway? I just wanted to make that clear. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, bye-bye.
Their plan is they're going to bring C-3PO to someone who is able to retrieve, because they can't get the dagger. They haven't got the dagger anymore, but C-3PO's memory has retained what was written on it. Mm-hmm. Now, my worry at this point would be, I've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. What if there's something else on the other side of the dagger?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Manning material.
So they're going to go to a droid smith.
Yeah.
And a blacksmith and a jokesmith.
A jokesmith. The jokesmith, Babu Frick.
I want to hear one of those fucking Christ I've come songs. Have to get that in. They go to the droid smith, who is Babu Frick.
Babu Frick.
Shirley Henderson.
Hello.
Yeah. I like Babu Frick a lot. It is also emblematic of what's wrong with these films, in that you get, one of the finest actors of her generation, Shirley Henderson, in to play a really good alien character for about 15 seconds of screen time, and then move on from that to a different actor playing, some other inconsequential character that you either will or won't like, and then they'll go away forever as well.
There should have been a scene here, and they missed a trick, where Chewbacca sits down. And then they're like, where's Babu Frick? And he stands up and there's like a pair of legs wiggling out of his bubble.
Yeah.
Oh no, Babu Frick.
Yeah. And Chewie grips a table and goes, oh, and then out he comes. And straight across the room.
Played by Lawrence Kasdan, of course.
Yes, of course. It's fun IMDb trivia. It was actually Lawrence Kasdan in the Chewbacca suit when he farted Babu Frick out across the room.
Thanks for the 10 million, he says in Wookiee. So Babu Frick links up to C-3PO, and while that's going on, oh no, the Knights of Ren are walking around outside.
Uh-oh.
Do they do anything? No, they don't. No.
What are they going to do? Nothing
at all.
So they've killed C-3PO forever, probably.
He has that touching moment. He's like, I just wanted to have one last look at my friends. And they should have all done that Curb Your Enthusiasm. We're not your friends.
Yeah, we're not your friends. Yeah. But also, like, one last look at my friends. The shot of Daisy Ridley is the most dead behind the eyes shot in the entire series.
Yes.
Because I think she's, as an actor, probably going, do I feel anything about this robot? I don't know. I don't think so. So she gives him, like, a bland sort of a sort of slight smile that looks like pasted on. And you just go like, I don't think any of these people really know each other.
No. This scene is one of the biggest ones of that, where you're like, these people have no relationship, do they?
They've got no relationship.
John Boyega's just standing in the background thinking, I'm a really good actor, and what am I doing in this?
Yeah, he's just like wondering when he's going to get the Bond phone call and get out of this.
When are they going to play to his strengths in these films? Because they do a bit in the first one, second one, no, and in this one, not at all.
No, he's barely there.
Oh, it's a shame.
But genuinely, and I'll spoil this for the ending, the best moment of acting from any of them is at the very end when they all see each other and they've all survived. And that's the first time in all these films, I'll say, that I believe they cared about each other and had a relationship.
Yeah.
That's
especially the two ladies who give it a big snoggy.
A great big snog. Well, I couldn't focus on the emotional intensity of that moment because I was obviously masturbating.
Of course.
At that moment. But which I think is why they put it in. Right,
to a starving man, a packet of crisps is a banquet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What, are you suggesting I did have a wank over Babu Frick as well?
Well, of course.
After putting him up my bum. So when they kill C-3PO...
I'd be remiss to say I wasn't just imagining his little legs wiggling while you were masturbating. Not again.
Thanks for the 10 million.
You see, people are probably thinking, I can't wait for him to talk about Babu Frick and how cool the character is. We've just talked about putting him up his bum.
Yeah. I think, again, I feel like that Babu Frick is perhaps the best example of to a starving man a packet of crisps.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because, I mean, something fun that is, or it's the first time that something's been set out and then successfully achieved in this film.
Yeah.
This character will be fun. He is. The end.
The end.
Like, oh, thank God for that.
Does he do anything else? No.
Nope. Turns up later and goes, wee! Which I did enjoy.
It's brilliant, but it's...
Shelley Henderson is fantastic as the voice. It's really fantastic performance. So funny. Just getting someone actually funny to play the funny character. She just kind of
just goes, every now and then, and it makes me laugh.
Yeah, but it's at the right moments in the right intonation.
Did you notice the cameo of the barman as they walk in to go and see Babu Frick?
I absolutely did not.
It's John Williams.
Is it now? Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And we should talk about this because his music in this film is basically a jukebox. It's just playing old bits from old Star Wars films.
There's a bit later on when it's when the Millennium Falcon's blasting its engines and knocking back all the troopers, and they just do the main Star Wars theme.
Yeah.
And it's as if they just couldn't think of anything else.
It's terrible.
It's like there's a bit in I feel like I always go back to Chris Chibnall's Doctor Who, but there's a bit when in The Timeless Children, which is, I mean, just in terms of adding teleportation and healing to the Force, The Timeless Children is the equivalent for Doctor Who. In terms of just undoing the entire basic premise. Anyway, so and spoiling it, but there's a point when she's been told, the Doctor's been told that she actually has this secret other life, and actually she's really horrible and evil at points in her life, and then she has to sort of recover her energies and escape the influence of the Master. And what she does is like she pictures Tom Baker, Peter Davison, all the other sort of seasons, and it's like she's doing what I was doing, which is remembering better seasons of Doctor Who to get through this moment. And as she does it, the main Doctor Who theme, like da-da-da-dun, 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 plays. And as it happened, I thought, well, yeah, because the music has been so dreadful in this era, there is not one other recognisable theme or motif you could have used in that moment.
No.
At all. And it's a bit like that. It's like they've run out of options and they go, da-da-da, da-da-da, sure, that bit, why not?
Yep. Yeah, John Williams just basically went, look, here's all the music I've written. Yeah. I'm going to go and have a lie down because I'm 90.
Yeah, 90.
I think he's
He's bloody good till the end, though, wasn't he?
Well, his last film is coming out next year, the new Indiana Jones film, everyone.
Ah, okay. Interesting. I'm going to let Indiana Jones fuck me up the ass. It's the joke you have to make about anything.
Of course.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge in.
Are you talking about South Park?
Yes, that's right. Yes,
Good.
yes.
I was hoping that, or it might have been a personal experience of yours that you didn't want to get into.
Oh, no. This was, it's just a Fleabag joke.
Oh, I see. I was also thinking about South Park when there's that bit where Indiana Jones gets shagged by George Lucas over the
Yes,
table.
there's that. Yeah, there's that as well.
And you get George Lucas's blotchy cum face.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
He wasn't making that face during this film, I'll tell you that.
No, he wasn't. I bet I honestly, I bet he fucking hates this film.
Yeah, I think it could have killed him. I think if you said he watched Rise of Skywalker and just died, I'd go, yeah, I can believe that.
I mean, like Leia does later.
Yes,
he
true.
Just disappeared out of his armchair and left behind all his clothes.
People don't like to talk about it, but it was, having to act some of the scenes in this film that finished her off.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm afraid.
So C-3PO, his eyes go red, and he reads where the what's going on.
Yeah. Tells them the plot. Tells them the next stop on this many stages plot.
He says the Wayfinder is in the Endor system.
Yep.
So then Zori gives Poe her token, which is like a kind of one of those things in a film. It means you can do anything you like, and it doesn't matter.
It's Casablanca, isn't it? It's the papers to leave Europe, to get to continental Europe, and it's then she says, I'm really glad I've got this because I've actually got 2 days till retirement. So I'm going to buy me a little plot of land out in the far reaches, and maybe you could come with me. And
I was just remembering when we had vaginal sex.
Yeah. Oh, and maybe we could have some of that penis to vagina sex that we like to have, Poe, that you enjoy. Yeah. He says, "Oof, I love that."
Cool.
But there's something in his eyes that makes you think, no, he doesn't.
No, he hates it.
He hates it. He's living a lie. He's living a lie. J.J. Abrams he's deprogrammed him.
So then at this point as well, Ray goes, hang on a minute, Chewbacca's alive. So we're going to have to go and rescue him. And everyone's like, how do you know? And she's like, I sensed it. Okay, I'm going to need a bit more than that before we risk all our lives.
Yeah, well, you'd think so.
Have you got a picture of him holding up today's paper with Babu Frick up his bum? Oh, I'm up his bum. So then I'm up Chewbacca's bum. Now, we're told that the First Order is this fierce machine of army stuff.
Yeah.
And they fly right into a First Order
spaceship. They fly into a Star Destroyer, yeah.
Walk out and shoot everybody.
Yep.
And without
there'd be a fleet there, right? There'd be an entire platoon of stormtroopers.
There's absolutely no problems whatsoever.
Nope, wander straight in. Yeah, that's great.
And Rey rescues Chewbacca.
There's a mind trick sequence, and she tricks a couple of stormtroopers in a comedy moment. But who's in the suits? Is it Lee and Herring?
I don't know.
I think it's Lee and Herring.
I think it's Lee and Herring, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad you're here, Ray. Yeah, brilliant.
I've been thinking about dodecahedrons. They're funny.
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
They're funny, aren't they, Stu?
Yeah, they're really funny, yeah. Yeah, they're about as funny as a person dying of cancer slowly, Rich.
Oh, Stu.
Oh, Rich. And then they start kissing. And it's back to Finn and Poe.
Yeah. And then in a little visual metaphor, they accidentally stand on a lift and the Herring one goes down. The Stu Lou one goes up.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, that's mean. I love them.
It's very much. I can't say a bad word about either of them. I love them both.
No. It's affectionate. Not that either of them would listen to this.
No.
Although part of me kind of wants to be on his shit list.
On Lee's mailing list shit list.
List. He's like, everybody I hate, and I'd like to be a picture of me waving. And everybody I love would be a picture of someone else I don't like waving.
Me.
Yeah. Well.
Me giving the finger.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Tom Neenan giving the finger on everyone I like. Yes. Anyway,
no, I'm only joking. I'd be very upset if I was on Stuart Lee's bad list.
Oh, I agree. Please don't put me on there.
Get any Christmas presents.
Jesus.
Especially
things I hate. Smurge Pod, awful.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you think lately he's got a big grey beard, hasn't he? He's a jolly man.
Yeah.
He's got his nice naughty and nice list.
That's right. He's quite. That's. Oh my God, you're right. Oh bloody hell. Yeah. I was going to say he'd be quite a good Obi-Wan or like an old Jedi Lord, but no, actually, Stuart Lee is Father Christmas.
I'd quite like Stuart Lee to be in a film. He hasn't done one.
No, I'd like that. Yeah, it'd be brilliant. He's the cameo I want to see. Well, he's in this one. He's one of the two stormtroopers as we've established.
That was a good impression of him, by the way. Well done.
Thanks. Well, I basically stole it from Tom Neenan on one of our Snake Boys episodes. But anyway, more shout-outs for Tom Neenan. Why isn't he here? He should be doing this.
Oh, because he's busy on the gravy train, isn't he? He's writing loads of stuff.
He's rolling the snack trolley up and down the gravy train.
He finishes a script and emails it, and then immediately gets another email saying, "Can you write another script for us?"
Yeah, I think as Tommy would tell you, and as you and I both know, John, no matter how well you seem to be doing in the corridors of power, we all know what happens is you write the script, finish it, send it off, and then wait in silence for about 2 to 3 years for anyone to contact you about it.
It's like sending out a probe to space.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like we've heard more back from the Voyager satellite than we have from television producers.
The dad from Contact comes back and goes, by the way, it didn't get commissioned.
By the way, we've already got something like this in development. Yeah. Goodbye.
We love this, but...
Yeah, this is the funniest thing we've ever seen. We're not going to make it.
Moving on. Jesus
we
Christ.
see Ray's mum soon, don't we?
We do. It's Jodie Comer.
Yeah, Jodie Comer, and her dad's also somebody. But
I don't know who he is.
He looked familiar, but I couldn't place him.
Jodie Comer, of course, who is very much not in a coma.
No, Jodie Awake, they call her.
Jodie Awake.
As a nickname.
Yeah.
Hux is the spy.
This is annoying because I remember when there's loads of stuff leaked about episode 9, right?
Yeah.
And it was pictures of costumes and stuff. And one of them was Hux in a resistance costume.
Yeah.
So I thought, so Hux is going to swap sides and fight with the resistance.
Yeah.
And I was expecting that all the way through this, and Richard E. Grant just turns around and shoots him immediately.
Yeah, and
it's such a weird for the guy who had that big scene in The Force Awakens to then just get shot.
They've had no idea what to do with him.
No,
since Force Awakens, and he changes into a different character in Last Jedi. Then he changes sort of to a third different character in this.
Yeah,
and then just gets shot because no one knows what to do with him. I think the problem is as well, like people assume, we can make really interesting characters out of the Imperial officers, and you go, not really. They're just sort of identikit fascists, and you can do. This is the closest they get to Grand Moff Tarkin with Richard E. Grant, just because he's a really good actor and he convincingly plays a sort of hollow-eyed, fascist.
Although I would say Andor has very much done that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. The Empire in Andor is very good.
And let's not forget, I would like to see the baby.
Hidden in the baby's eyes are man's indiscriminate acts of evil against man.
In the eyes of the baby Yoda, one can see man's conflict with nature writ large.
Show me the video of the big grizzly bear eating the baby. You must never show anyone else this video.
He's that Imperial officer has a tape player, and he's listening to the audio of Chewbacca sitting on Babu Frick, and he turns to C-3PO and says, "You must never play anyone's this."
I like to think that
promise me.
The guy who took over Warner Brothers said to Warner Herzog, "Can I show you Batgirl?" you must never show anyone this.
That's the problem at Warner Brothers Discovery. They've got Werner Herzog running amok in the archives. Never show anyone this or this or this.
Or the Scoob sequel that must never see the light of day.
Scoob 2 must never be seen by anyone. Promise me.
Put it in the vault. Anyway, so Ray gets the dagger back, as we say. Flashback. Ray and Ren have a little Force duel, which is fun-ish.
Yeah, but then again, they're teleporting. I don't like that.
So then Palpatine, we find out
Kylo retcons his own conversation.
Yeah,
he says,
"When I said that thing, I did mean that, but also." Your parent, so they were junk people, but they also were the son of, so it does still work, okay?
Like that's that conversation.
Basically, yeah. By the way, you're a Palpatine. What?
Yeah, and it's so like just flopped into the middle of the film like a dead fish, and the filming of the scene doesn't make it seem like it's very important.
No,
and the impact from the actors doesn't feel very. It's like they know it's rubbish as well.
And then we get the bit you're talking about where the Falcon blows all the stormtroopers across the room, but Rey and Kylo are able to just stand there, I guess, because they've got the Force. Don't know.
I think technically, if you, I thought that, and then I realised I think they were saying like the lip of the back of the Falcon was past Rey. Was over her head.
Oh, okay.
But I still think she would have been balded.
Yeah.
Singed on her.
She's got a monk haircut.
Yeah, a little tonsure on top. Yeah, lovely.
Oh, I like the way you knew it was called.
No, thanks. I think because that joke, it's such a funny hairstyle that I've heard it enough times that it stays with me.
So then, as we say, Hux has been killed because he was the spy, and that they fly the Falcon.
There's so long of this film left.
Oh, there is. They fly the Falcon to the Wayfinder's coordinates on Endor, and they meet Janna and a load of fugitive stormtroopers who are like Finn.
Yeah, and we're told that but in no meaningful way is it shown to us, or do we get?
They
any
just
of the
turn up
kind
on
of
horses.
resonance of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
She turns up and says, "Hi, Finn, I'm your girlfriend." And Finn says, "Nice to meet you, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Let's go." And that's the end of the scene.
I hope you.
I love the horses.
Nice...
We talked about the special horses last time. I like these a lot better than the horses in the Last Jedi, as predicted.
Yeah,
Good
these
horses.
are just horses with like tusks.
That's right. I don't like it when they come back later, though. That's just stupid.
It's really stupid.
But, anyway, but I like them here. I really like the design of them, the bantha horses or whatever they're meant to be. Lovely. There's also again, I mean, okay, I'll jump ahead to this thought from later. This should have just been Rose.
Yes, of course.
She's got no character. She serves no purpose.
Yeah.
This new character, who I want to call Jenna. Janice. Okay.
Yeah.
So Janice turns up, and there's also a thing with a lot of these just sort of extra people, just essentially a host of diverse, strong women characters with zero personality and nothing to do in the film.
Yeah.
That they just keep cutting to and going, look, see, but then you go, no, you also need to give them a character and some stuff to do, and they've all got nothing. And I remember hearing, in fact, on the aforementioned Stu on his podcast, Peter Serafinowicz told a brilliant story about voicing Darth Maul, and it was clear that the film had been made already, and they were ADRing the whole role. It was a post-production job.
Yeah.
So he comes in and he's going, "Oh my god, I get to be the main villain in Star Wars. This is incredible." And he sat in the voice booth and he turns to Lucas for guidance on well, what do you want this guy to be like? And Lucas goes, "Just make him really evil." And that was basically all he got, as he tells it. And I just feel like every single one of these women that come in going, brilliant, I'm going to be probably the main resistance hero of the new Star Wars film, are told she's just really heroic, and that's it. And that's all they get. And they get nothing to do. And it just feels completely disingenuous. And this is the most of an example of I didn't like any of that Last Jedi. I'll take that out. Rose Tico, who needs her? Oh, actually, it is really helpful for Finn to have someone to be romantically interested in and to do heroic stuff with.
Yeah.
But I've already pushed Kelly Tran down the stairs. Okay, we'll invent this new character who we'll just write her 2 lines of dialogue that just sums up who she is, and then she'll just be in the film from then on.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Absolutely rubbish.
And then she says, "Do you fancy having some of that penetrative sex later with a vagina?" And he says, "Yes, that is the sort of thing I enjoy."
I love that.
Do you know what? I love that, he says.
It's my favourite thing to do. That and muscle magazines.
That's right. I love Men's Health magazine for the articles.
Yeah, and also tips on vitamin supplements.
That's right.
And putting and their bums. Oh, shit.
Oh, shut up.
I like putting Babu Frick up them.
Yeah.
So then Rey goes over to this cliff,
Yes.
and she uses the knife, and there's got a little extender in it
Yeah.
that then perfectly sort of eclipses the shape of the second Death Star that fell down at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Now, that doesn't seem like a precise measurement, because the second Death Star is in water. The water would erode the metal, presumably, and at some points it may rise or fall. Or
Yep. Also, I don't know if you're aware, but the Death Star is massive.
Yeah.
So, once she gets in there, you go, "Oh, you're fucked," because even the production design tells you this is huge. How are you going to find this thing?
Now, it should be. I mean, I suppose they're trying to evoke from the first film her scavenger skills of getting around and that, but that should be more illustrated, shouldn't it? That she uses her scavenger skills to find it or something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun. I like the visual echo of the Star Destroyer from Force Awakens.
Yeah, you don't need this dagger. It's stupid.
It's really stupid. If she was like a tracker, that'd be cool. We're just imagining things that Rey could have as a character. Imagine what she could have had. The best line in the entire film is coming up. Babu Frick, he's one of my oldest friends.
Was that what C-3PO says?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, because he's just had his mind wipes.
It's very, very funny.
It's a good joke.
That's the best joke, maybe the only joke.
It's the only joke in the film.
Yeah.
So Rey, they're like, well, we'll go and look at that star. We'll go and look at that Death Star in the morning, and because Rey's impulsive throughout these films, it's like, I'm going on my own on this big weird boat thing.
Yeah, on the skimmer, fine. Yeah, and again, I mean, I don't think I could go as far as to call it a character trait, but she's very determined, and like you say, she's impulsive, so sure.
And because Finn's only character is to just be her shadow, he then follows her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and shouts, "Rey!"
He's basically like the Dan bit in Partridge, isn't he? Rey!
Rey! Rey!
Rey! Rey!
Not Emily. Rey!
I think she heard me.
Yeah, I think she heard me.
Yeah, so she goes in and she meets a vision of herself as a Sith.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who that was at first because the sort of effect was so strange and she looked so different that I thought it might have been a different new character. But
it's
at
really
first,
stupid.
but still, in a second, it became clear. I liked her spiky teeth. That was very silly.
The subtlety of like, there's a bit in Empire Strikes Back where Luke sees his face within Darth Vader's mask. That's more subtle. In this, it's literally her with a big double-ended lightsaber going. Argh!
Yeah.
And then she says, "Don't be afraid of who you are."
Yeah.
Fuck
Which
off.
is just again, but that would work as a prophetic thing if we hadn't already been told she's a Palpatine. When Rey finds
Michael
that,
Palpatine.
like the Emperor's Michael Palpatine, that's right, hosting a TV panel show, this debate show. Anyway, when Rey finds that Emperor's throne room, it really feels like, oh, here's the end game. We're in the crashed old Death Star. This must be building up towards the end.
This must be the end.
And there's an hour left of the film.
It's ridiculous.
And the problem is, so I mean, obviously you've hopped between, you've set up a plan where you're going to have film 1, J.J. Abrams, film 2, Rian Johnson, film 3, Colin Trevorrow. Then Colin Trevorrow has been dumped and J.J. Abrams was grudgingly brought back to make this obligation of a film. And you're skipping. It's already a bit like weird to skip between creative forces when you're trying to tell one consistent story.
Yes.
But the way it turned out, it's even more baffling and changing. And the only thing that's consistent is Rey going, "Who are my parents?" And it is the most boring part of all three of these films.
Absolutely, yeah.
And who cares? Like, and the closest it comes to being interesting is when it turns out that her parents are just nobodies, and then they retcon that in this as well.
Yeah.
And again, we'll get there, but the ending, I think, is rubbish. The very last moment of the film is terrible. But had they stuck with the idea that she's just from nowhere, she's just some kid, like from a junk planet, I think the ending would have been good.
Yes, I agree.
I think it would have worked in that
because
instance.
she doesn't have a name.
It's shite. Yeah.
God.
Evil Rey turns up, and then we cut back to deepfake Leia and Nana Minion just to remind us that something else is happening with the Resistance. And I can't remember what it is.
Well, I think she realizes an hour left and goes, "Oh, fuck this," just dies.
Oh Christ! Yeah, she sees how many pages are still left in the screenplay she's been sent and goes, "Oh fuck it."
But so Rey gets the Wayfinder from the wreckage, and then bumps into Kylo.
That's right. And then this big crashing wave bearing down. John Boyega, he's doing his tribute to Robbie Coltrane in Supergrass. Rey. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He walks down the seawall.
R.I.P. Big Man.
R.I.P. Big Man, gone but not forgotten. We miss you. Now you're gone.
Yeah. I think it would be good if she got in the throne room and we found out that Palpatine has made many clones of himself.
Yeah.
So when she gets in the throne room, we find the other emperor who in a cupboard who died of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, just another Snoke with a belt round his neck.
Yeah,
great. So around this point, they're running down Finn's going Rey, and running after her, and a big wave is coming. Yeah, big waves coming down, and I was thinking, oh no, what if that big wave crushes Finn? And I want to say Janet. Is it Janet?
Damn it! I love you.
I love you, and I love heterosexual sex.
The Death Star was big, but I swam it. It's just dull. And then
dull.
Leia dies and kind of has a moment with Kylo Ren in his brain, and he stops for a second, and Rey stabs him.
Yeah. Now, I think this is terrible because I think the problem here is Leia distracting him for a second to get him killed feels a bit weird. And, of course, in Last Jedi, there's that moment where she connects with him and it stops him killing her.
Yes.
And that seems quite moving. This one, she's like, I'm gonna get my son killed. Like, her objective is to have him finished off, and that works in a way because obviously, he's so far gone, and Leia is pretty ruthless as a character generally. I think that's fairly consistent.
Yeah.
She's a tough old boot, and I think it's just quite cowardly and treacherous to distract him. But it stops Rey from landing the killing blow on her own terms. And then the second she does, she regrets it and saves his life, making Leia's sacrifice completely meaningless.
And it means nothing means anything anymore because you can die.
Yeah. You don't die. There's no death in Star Wars now. Again, you can teleport things through. When bloody sexy Bombu says to Poe, with a helmet on, it's like without this I won't be able to get through the the blockades and all that. And he says, well, how else are you going to get out if you give this to me? And she says, I just thought I'd like get Kylo Ren to teleport me through infinite amounts of space to a different place, and that would be fine. Yeah. And he says, no, that's a good plan. That's fine. Good. Yeah, do that.
Good.
Yeah.
So then Rey heals him, as you say, steals his TIE fighter thing, and then flies off.
Yep.
And then Chewbacca cries when he hears that Princess Leia's dead. He gets on his knees and goes,
yep.
And he's actually just fallen on Claude's little baby son. Killed him. But
luckily also Babu Frick.
Exactly. He just pops out. Now, this film's co-written by a guy called Chris Terrio, who wrote...
You mentioned him. I don't have a concept of this man. When his name popped up at the end, I went, who? But,
He is famous for writing Argo, which was a big film for about 15 seconds.
It was a huge film, wasn't it, for a moment? Yeah.
But then he also co-wrote or wrote Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice.
Right.
And I don't know if you've seen that.
Nope.
But there's a scene in that where Superman doesn't know what to do and he decides to walk to the Fortress of Solitude. And on the way there, he's greeted by a voice and he turns around and it's the ghost of his father.
Okay.
Now, I'm watching this and Kylo's sitting there and suddenly you hear, hey, Ben. And he turns around and it's the ghost of his dad. And I'm like, Chris Terrio, could you think of another narrative device, please?
One other thing.
That doesn't have a ghost.
It's in a way where you go, did they forget to make him blue? What's this? And then they sort of even address it and go, are you a memory? No, I'm not. And you go, what? But what are you trying to say?
What are you doing?
Are you trying to say that this is, if it's that he's still connected to him through the Force, it should be a Force ghost.
Yeah.
If you're saying, no, Han Solo actually survived, then that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
But of course they're not saying that because it would be completely implausible for him to be there. So what is the fucking point? What is it?
The point is so they can repeat the scene from the first film, but the other way around.
Yeah, and again, it's too
hollow.
You know, John, you know how you go around like saying things that you've said previously to lend, moments in your life poetic cadence.
Of course, yeah.
Like word for word. Yeah. And and in the most stressful moments of your life, you remember exactly what it is you said. And then you say it again later.
I say
in an ironic way.
They're waffly versatile, I say.
Oh, yeah. It's like when I I visit my mother in her home and we talk about life and our life so far, and I look her in the eye and I say, we're out of toilet paper. Make sure you pick some up from Budgeons.
And then you sing the song from Microchips.
Yeah. Quickety quick.
Microchips.
So poignantly.
Yeah.
Microchips.
As you're crying.
When you need a fast and tasty snack. And you've got 3 kids on your back. 3 minutes and you're away. Quickety quick. Microchips.
So basically the whole point of this scene, so he can throw away his really cool lightsaber, which I'd keep because it's great.
It's really nice, yeah.
Yeah, so he can
change
say,
the crystal and it turn it blue or something.
Exactly. I'm no longer Kylo Ren. I'm now Ben Solo.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, you're not, because you were responsible for the death of thousands of people.
Yeah.
No, that's like Hitler. No. Hitler shaving off his moustache and going, "I'm now Aldi."
Yeah,
Aldi Smith, the great guy
from Argentina.
Yeah,
here I go. I'm just an ordinary tailor.
No, I'm not having that. You've murdered your own father. You've presided upon 3 planets being destroyed in The Force Awakens.
Yep. I mean, many more since then. Like they blow up another planet in a minute. I suppose that's not him because he's gone now. But like,
all the mushroom people at the beginning.
All the mushroom people, death, destruction, slaughter, no self-reflection. Right. I don't really know where Kylo Ren is in his relationship with the Force or as a character until that moment. And then he gets stabbed and killed and then brought back to life. And it's only when his own life is threatened and then restored to him that he turns good, which I think is a bit like Thatcher crying as she gets in the car.
Exactly. It's like the alt-right Jesus.
It doesn't count if it's crying for yourself. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't count.
No, I'm not having it.
Showed her so much humanity. Showed so much humanity from her in her last moment. No, she was crying because she had lost her job. That doesn't count. That's not humanity. Or that's selfishness.
When Theresa May did that.
Yeah.
But this is, Rian Johnson did this a bit in the Last Jedi, didn't he? Because he said he killed Snoke, and you think that's great. He's now going to turn good, but he didn't. He turned more evil. He said, "I can own it all now," and that's when you know he's beyond redemption. Yeah. But in this, they've gone, "Nah, he's fine."
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, and it really feels... So there's... Yeah. I mean, but you also compare it to... I mean, obviously, the comparison is Darth Vader. And you just go... There was he's overseen terrible slaughter and oppression and all this. He hasn't literally stood. We haven't seen him literally standing there while stormtroopers mow down civilians. But like we have seen him do terrible things, and we assume that that's what his rule has been like. But it's more that he knows he's beyond saving, right? Like
he killed younglings, Tom.
He killed all those younglings, exactly. Delicious beers, and. Oh my God, Anakin's such a legend. Have you seen how many younglings he killed last night? Hey! Majority elbow. And I've almost killed John Rain.
Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, but Darth Vader's repentance is a deathbed repentance of a damned man.
Exactly.
It's not like, I'll be nice now. And actually, again, the ending for Kylo Ren and Rey it feels like the only thing that they sort of had planned from the beginning.
Yeah.
And the way they get to it is rubbish and slightly spoils it. It's rubbish, yeah, it's terrible. But like I like their arc, and it's another moment that hints at a better film series that could have been, that would have made sense, because the nobody kid who rises to be the hope of the Jedi versus the kid that was born with all the advantages and became the king of the evil ones, only to then have his own humanity bring him down. Then meeting in the middle at the end, sharing a kiss, and then one of them dying in the moment of their own redemption. That's an exciting movie plot. I love that. If that's what we'd watched, but we fucking haven't.
No. But Palpatine says to Richard E. Grant, right, well, Kylo Ren's a pussy.
Yeah.
And the Princess Leia's dead. Blow up a planet. So they blow up Kijimi, that planet they were on earlier.
Not Kijimi.
Not Kijimi.
I couldn't remember what Kijimi was either at this point.
It's the one where Babu Frick's from. Oh, no!
If they said, oh, no, they've killed Babu Frick, I would have cared.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been like...
They'd have had a little funeral for him in a little shoebox.
Oh. Chewbacca solemnly shoves the shoebox up his arse.
They have to really grease him up.
Yeah.
So they blow up Kijimi, and then this is when the Resistance find out that they've got ships that have got guns that can blow up planets.
Yep. And Poe says something like, this is how he finishes it. Finishes what? Don't know what he's talking about.
When he talks to Leia's dead body, it's like, I don't know what to do. They've said I'm in charge now, but I'm not as good as you were. It's like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
You knew better in the last film.
Yeah, no, exactly. And and when Leia dies, it just feels like the most damning kind of...
Yeah.
Like, not just about how these films are plotted, but just what the work they've done trying to add to the Star Wars universe. That Leia's body's lying in state under a blanket, and it's okay because there to mourn her are our favourite characters, the Minions is Nan and Greg Grunberg off Heroes.
Yeah,
like that, and you just go, this is the scene where Princess Leia's died. This is that scene. Think about Star Wars. Think about the whole original trilogy and the iconicness of that character, her importance to young women. What she stood as a symbol, and just her good construction, fantastic performance. Carrie Fisher, that legacy. That is the scene that we get to end that.
Yeah,
it's an insult.
It is really insulting.
It's shit. It's rubbish.
And then he's like, "Oh, I don't feel ready." And then Lando shows up out of the dark, and it's like, "How long you been there?" Bit weird. He says, "No one was ever ready. We had each other." And then he says, I threw that ship before I came in the room.
After a ninja star comes in and
again,
severs.
I just want to watch Black Dynamite.
Oh, why not? Dynamite.
Him see him fighting with was it Abraham Lincoln he fights with?
Yeah. At one point. No, Nixon.
Nixon, beg your pardon. Yeah.
Yeah, very different president.
Abraham Lincoln saves him, doesn't he?
He does. He does. 1 second, John. My doorbell's just rung.
Go for it.
This is something that you might want to cut.
Yeah, I might leave it in. Tom's had his delivery of bum pills. So Lando says, we had each other. That's how we did it.
And I think... Yeah, but you had friends that we knew what your relationship was and we cared about. Yeah, exactly.
So then we go back to Luke's planet of Achu.
Achu, bless you.
Yeah.
Kijimi, bless you.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Kijimi.
Rey is burning things to the shock of all the little nude men.
Yeah, they're really really startled. Yeah, Mark Hamill has a very inauspicious job here, retconning the previous two
Everything.
films.
His whole behaviour in the last film,
Yeah, his whole behaviour and his entire objective, and basically, the theme of the entire last film. And
do you mean
if you don't face
the whole...
Palpatine,
Yeah.
it will mean the end of the Jedi. And then Rey says, "That's exactly what you said you wanted in the last film." And he says, "I know, but I changed my mind after being dead."
And then, do you remember in the last film when you said that you don't need a lightsaber to effect change? Don't forget your lightsaber.
Yeah. Don't forget your lightsaber as well, more importantly. And then Luke's Force Ghost turns around, and there's the two little porgs on the rock, and he just stamps on both of them.
Yeah,
and
I enjoyed doing that, he says.
Yeah, and he turns back and says, "I thought that was really funny." And Rey says, "Ha, yeah, that was pretty good." And then then he takes a picture of Rian Johnson and then holds it up to the camera and tears it in half like Sinead O'Connor.
Like Sinead O'Connor on Saturday Night Live, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And J.J. Abrams comes out from behind the camera and does 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, he basically does that as the little droid, right? As the finger bob.
Yeah, he's doing the voice of the finger bob, isn't he?
The finger mouse, yeah. Well, you try and look up these things on IMDb and you see about 7 people credited as being that robot, so who knows?
Yeah, so he says to Rey, you know what, maybe you should go and do everything I told you not to do in the last film. And she also says, I thought you said that was bad. And he's like, oh, I changed my mind.
Changed my mind, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get some lovely, more terrible, deep-faked young actors. Really gross. Hate it all the time. Always hate it. And also then there's a second Wayfinder. No idea where that came from. Can't remember.
No.
Moving on. What better visual metaphor for the entire film than Luke's battered, moss-covered, clapped-out old X-Wing being listlessly dredged out of the ocean one last time?
What I love about that is, inside it'll be really wet and horrible and smell bad.
She sits on there just...
and it's just be full of like weird fish and crustaceans and all sorts.
And mould and different
And she's
mosses,
also got his helmet.
algae. Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
Yeah, I don't know. How does it fit her as well? She's got a much smaller head.
Much smaller head. It would be like a little child putting on one.
Oh, that's cute.
That is quite cute.
Another thing that might have added some character to the character of Rey.
Yeah. Oh, as you say, we had the flashback of Luke and Leia training, which is horrible.
Ugh,
hate it so much.
But it's that thing where you go, I like it when it's just some people with their helmets on. You go, yeah, I understand, because those actors aren't that age anymore. But then they go, just to show they can, they lift up the blast shield and go, us, remember? And we go, yeah, we know. You've just said it's you two. So we get some more lovely, gross, tasteless deep fakes.
But they tried to justify it at the time by going, but the body double for Leia in this scene is her daughter in real life. So it's
I didn't
fine.
know that, and I don't care. It doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't.
If it was her face and she got to play Leia, then that would be fine.
Yeah.
I'd like that. That would be interesting. I'd rather see that. I'd rather see... I've forgotten his name now, but I'd rather see the
Babu
guy
Frick.
that played Tarkin. I'd rather see Babu Frick playing Grand Moff Tarkin without the Peter Cushing head on him in Rogue One. That's what I'd rather
like
see.
Babu Frick's body with Peter Cushing's giant head.
That's true.
Yeah.
Babu Frick, again, I mean, it's a funny reference, John, but it also sort of proves my point, because Babu Frick is interesting and fun because Babu Frick is a puppet with a bit of CGI flavour on top.
Yeah.
In the same way, what's interesting is, animated characters that are designed to be animated characters, and also actors. Actors are interesting, doing acting with their faces and voices and bodies.
Yeah.
And puppets are really interesting as well. Actors doing acting and then that acting being spoiled by having a sort of really badly fit CGI face pasted on top is not interesting.
No, it's
and it
not.
looks bad every single time. I'm not sure if it will ever look good.
Do you remember when we were all sad about C-3PO losing all his memories?
Yeah, they're back now.
Yeah, they're back now, because R2-D2's giving him a backup, as it were.
Hey, and guess what? I thought, how are they going to get out of this one? Probably R2-D2's got some sort of backup of his memories, and when they meet again, he'll restore them. And that's exactly what happens
Exactly
a bit
what
later.
happens. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's terrible.
So then, are we back with the Star Destroyers now? Because I find that all very... Oh, no, sorry, we've got all this other Resistance stuff first, haven't we?
We'll skip over it quickly, but the Resistance basically get a transmission via Luke Skywalker's ship, via R2-D2, telling them the directions to get to Exegol.
Yeah. To Testicle, yeah.
Poe does a speech that inspires all the troops.
Yep.
And
now,
then,
this also, like, this thing of, because in the previous film, they've sent a beacon out, and it's like, we're alone, it's over. And that really feels like that's setting up this film being essentially all about rallying the Resistance. As you said, like, they, Finn doing that with the former stormtroopers, all that would make sense. Like, the whole film should be like, how do we bring back the spirit of rebellion, the spirit of resistance? How do we inspire everybody?
Yeah.
And it's done in, like, a montage that lasts about 6 seconds.
If that, yeah.
With a very halting, forgettable speech from Poe that doesn't matter. And, like, it's just like... Yeah, I guess we'll just tell everyone that they need to fight back, and then that's the solution. You're like, what? And like you think about, even though the space bear horses are terrible in Last Jedi, the scene around them with the kids like being inspired to rebel. That's really nice. And think about all that just being spaffed up the wall, and like you just go
by
like
Claude.
Claude. Claude, actually, there's a scene where he goes in and just kills all those kids, and then Ray says, "I think that's really funny."
Just makes me think of that bit in the Itchy and Scratchy episode with what was he called? The dog, Poochie. You know, when Homer's like, "Where is Poochie? How is he?" But with Claude,
Poochie went back to his. Yeah. Well, people could be talking about Claude more. Where's Claude? How's Claude doing?
But we never see Claude again. Oh no, we do. We see him briefly at the end.
He wipes his penis mouth on Dominic Monaghan.
That's right. Dominic Monaghan goes, I loved that.
Yep.
While loads of
like
weird
that out
juice
for the Chinese
comes out of his
market.
mouth. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
They turned it into chocolate sauce and he's holding a Chinese yogurt.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah. Then Tom Hiddleston comes out and says, "Don't forget your Centrum."
Yeah. Really weird.
Yeah.
Completely naked.
Yeah, completely nude. He's one of the little men from a chew.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
So then Ray confronts Palpatine in his spooky castle. Yeah, and I've put here, right, say what you like about Palpatine. He's been away for 40 years out of the game, but he still pulled a huge crowd. In many ways, he's like Peter Kay.
No. First he comes back with his drive time show, then he's like, and the national tour is starting in September, so get your tickets. Sold out instantly. Everyone goes, whoa, I didn't think we had it in him. He's still got the draw.
Blue milk. It's the way of the future.
Do you know... you know when the Sith Lords slide across the floor on the wedding dance?
And then, unfortunately...
What's with these new double-ended lightsabers? Double-ended lightsabers? I was happy with just the one end.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Good to have him back.
So, the Resistance...
Who's the crowd? Who are they and where do they go?
We have no idea, and we have no idea.
We never find out.
Never find out.
Is it all just the space chimps?
Have they been...
The chimps of Ren?
Maybe. They've been sitting in there, presumably, for 40 years.
Yeah.
It must be like waiting to watch Guns N' Roses or something. They'll be on.
Yeah.
They'll be on.
Is he going to turn up tonight? Yeah.
So the Resistance launch attack on the Star Destroyers, and we get this bit where Richard E. Grant's like, the plot is, the MacGuffin here is that there's a navigation tower that's somehow controlling everything. If they take that out, all the ships will be blind. Yeah. Don't get that.
Yeah. But then, as if to point out how stupid it was having it on that tower anyway, they just take it onto the lead Star Destroyer where you would imagine it would be anyway. And
they're like, what are we going to do? And then Finn goes, it's on the lead Star Destroyer. And they're like, how do you know? And he goes, I had a feeling.
Yeah. And, again, a lot like the teleportation, a lot like the resurrection powers, just like another instance of, rather than the Force being good and interesting and making the film better, just an excuse for like some convenient plot.
Exactly. And then we get the horses riding on the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that much. I thought it was a bit stupid. The reason I thought it was stupid was because the Imperial people say, jam their speeders. And everyone says, I can't, they're not using speeders. And... we've never seen them jam speeders before. They can't do that. That's not a thing they can do. If they'd said even like use an electrical pulse and take down their ships, it's like, we can't do that. They're not on ships. Then that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But jam their speeders and then it's horses. The only reason to have that line is to set up the reveal of, look, it's the special horses.
Yeah.
With Finn and Janice? Wendy. Was it Wendy?
Wendy, I think.
Wendy. Okay.
Yeah, and we also get the fact that something else that sort of sums up this film is that the Last Order, as they're called, their stormtroopers...
The Final
Order, sorry. Their stormtroopers are exactly the same, but they're red.
Sure.
I mean...
They did that thing with the Glyn Dillon's extra lines on the stormtrooper helmet in Force Awakens. That worked, and then they just sort of went, well, we'll stop trying then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
So Palpatine demands Rey kill him to allow his spirit to pass into her, which will allow him to possess her body, etc.
Exactly. Empress Palpatine, this doesn't feel earned or set up because it never was.
No.
And you know what? There was a moment there where I went, is this actually really good? When Rey finds the throne room and the throne is empty.
Yeah.
And I went, what is this? Just fucking Kylo's mindfuck with her, where the Emperor was never back. It's all a con.
Oh, that would have been such a good
idea. That would be such a good reverse twist, and it doesn't happen. He's just stuck on a finger. He's hanging from a big finger.
Yeah, he turns up. He's now in his casuals because he's now Ben Solo, so he's just got a shirt and trousers on.
Yeah.
Like he's come from a business drink.
Yeah.
He turns up
Smart
and he gets confronted by the mighty Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
And kills them all.
Yeah, he kills them all.
Yeah.
Because with the teleported lightsaber.
Yeah. Which is supposed to be a funny moment, but I'm like, no, you're Space Hitler. You're not supposed to do gags.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. No.
Or Space Stalin, at least.
Well, yeah. I think he's Space Hitler. He's sort of
Well, isn't Darth Vader Space Hitler?
I think Darth Vader's more like sort of space. I don't know, Rommel or something. Okay. Space. He's more like a sort of a local general. But yeah, I think he's Space Hitler because he's the source of the evil.
You can't kill Max von Sydow and Han Solo in the same film and get away with it.
No, I know, and he does. Yet somehow he does.
Yeah.
It's around this point I realised that, because I really liked the actor playing Stella, Wendy, what was it?
Yeah.
I liked her a lot, and she was very good and incredibly charismatic on screen. And all the action stuff she did fantastically. She has no character and she shouldn't be in the film.
No.
But it was around that point that I realised that should just be Rose.
Yeah.
Because she's got this bond with Finn, which has been established in Last Jedi, and it's as if like it really is like as if it's not like J.J. Abrams is fine with giving Finn a sort of pseudo romantic ally in a fight, and that ally being a non-white woman, as long as it isn't literally the specific one from The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And you just go, why bother?
Yes.
Why go to all these lengths when all you actually want is a woman, sort of pseudo love interest for Finn, to fight alongside him in this scene, who has an affinity for space horses
exactly.
as well.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just gone, well, get her out. She's rubbish. Everyone on Reddit hates her. She's rubbish. Oh, actually, we do need someone to do exactly the things that she does. We'll invent a new character. Why? And as if to point that out, Rose is about 3 steps behind them with a blaster running along doing nothing.
It's insane, isn't it?
It's ridiculous. And it just seems weirdly spiteful and wasteful, and like a waste of both actors.
Yeah.
Like, they even almost seem to set up a spin-off for Wanda later in the movie. And you go, we're not going to have the Wanda spin-off. No one knows who she is. Who is she?
Who cares?
Yeah, and she doesn't even have any resolution with Finn either. Like, they don't know how to speak at the end.
That's all right, because I think Lando's going to murder her.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah.
He takes her out back and kills her.
Yeah. So Ben and Rey kill all of Palpatine's men, and they're about to face him, and then he's like, you've fallen into my plan. I'm going to use you as a dyad.
What?
That's what it says here.
Okay.
And he starts sucking all their force powers out of them. And it makes him have a red waistcoat.
Yeah, lovely red velvet pajama top.
They're just utter shit, aren't they?
Fetching. Yeah, it's all terrible. A couple of things here quickly. There's a bit where Palpatine says, Luke Skywalker was saved by his father. The only family you have here is me. And then Palpatine picks himself up and throws himself down a big reactor shaft.
That's right. Oh, what did I do that for?
This is like a poem, it rhymes, he says as he goes down.
Do you remember when your dad threw me down a shaft, eh?
Remember when your dad used to throw me, slid across the floor at the wedding and then threw me down a big reactor shaft?
I asked him to put the big light on and he blew a boulder on.
That's right. And my favourite line reading in the film comes round here, and it's Ian McDiarmid as Palpatine, and he says, refuse and your new family dies. Listen out for it next time you watch it, if you ever watch it again.
Has McDiarmid ever done Doctor Who?
Oh, I don't think he has.
I don't think he has.
Unless he did it in the old, the pre-Eccleston series. I don't think so.
The only thing I've ever seen him in, apart from some old BBC Shakespeare stuff that I've seen on telly, I saw he's the butler in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh man, brilliant. Oh, I didn't notice that. I see him as someone who's like does this and otherwise like really legit stage work.
And conventions. I think he's big on the gold conventions. He can charge a lot of money.
Yeah, of course.
He's the emperor.
Yeah. He's the emperor. And as if to top up those con fees, he's back in this.
Yeah.
And
he loved it when he came on stage. They showed the trailer to this film, and all the nerds were like, "Yay!" because he laughed.
Undoing all of the Last Jedi. Yay.
And then he came out and went, "Play it again."
Play it again. Play it again.
And then he got his knob out. And everyone went, "Oh, Ian.
Your new family dies." Palpatine's plan is just improvised, I think. First,
I think this is written on the spot.
Absolutely. At first he says, "You've got to kill me so you can become Empress Palpatine," and then he goes, "Oh wait, no, now I can get strong again. So actually, I don't want you to kill me."
Yeah.
And then she does kill him.
It's like Succession.
What was supposed to be like her. Yeah. Just all like people working on the spot. Yeah, just rethinking every 5 seconds, swapping sides. But then what was supposed to be the supreme act of like cowardice and cruelty from Rey is now heroic for reasons I don't fully understand.
No.
I think this should have been Wedge turning up for a shot. That I have to admit that got me.
Yeah,
it's
I like
incredibly
that.
brief.
Yeah,
it's incredibly brief. But I was just like, oh. Dennis Lawson turned up, and I would admit it tugged my heartstrings. It's cheap, but it did get me.
Yeah.
I think there are too many Resistance fighters.
There's so because you have a moment here where Poe's like, "Oh, let's give up. No one's going to help us," and then Lando's like, "Well, I've got some people to help you." And you look round, and what there should be is like 20 ships.
Yeah,
but there's about 4.8 million.
Yeah. There's 5 billion ships.
It's
turned
so
up.
offensive.
And it's rubbish, and it's too much. It looks impractical, and it looks impractical because the whole film wasn't about building up this new Resistance army. The whole film hasn't been about that.
No,
it's it should have been that the whole film is about the counteroffensive, and you don't even need Palpatine. You don't need any of that shit. You've already got Kylo and Rey as that running theme. That's already important enough to just sustain that side of things.
Yeah.
You just have Richard E. Grant, or even just General Hux, and they've developed a new weapon, or they've found some new fleet or something, or they've found the old Sith fleet, or they found the big fat spider or whatever. They found something, and all that matters is the Resistance knows. Oh, they've got this big unstoppable fleet. We need to build up our Resistance ranks. We've almost been routed, at the end of Last Jedi, so we've got to build things back up. That should be the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Building the Resistance effort, but no, it's not. There's too much bloody lore and new characters every 5 seconds. And as if to prove that, Sex Bongo comes back with a helmet on, and we go, sure, who cares? And then Babu Frick pops up and goes, whee!
Yeah.
We go, hooray, Babu Frick's all right.
And all I could think about was the logistics of having Babu Frick loose in that cockpit.
Yeah.
He might sit down on a red button that blows it up or something.
It's a good point. He's
sit
unpredictable.
There. Yeah.
That's why we love him.
Yay! Oh, you've made the wings fall off.
Yeah. Chewbacca says, you know what has to happen now? You've been
I'll put you back in your holster. So then...
I call it my Frick holster.
Yeah. So then Ben immediately gets thrown down a hole.
Yeah.
And Rey is struggling, and then she hears the voices of past
all
Jedi.
The voices, many of which are very samey. I recognise Ewan McGregor, and then when it's like Hayden Christensen's voice is so forgettable and indistinct that they had to have him say, "Bring balance," like I did, and you go, "Oh wait, that's meant to be Hayden Christensen."
Hayden Christensen,
like me.
I played Anakin Skywalker.
But if they had they've got Yoda, obviously you know who that is. Luke, sure, Ewan McGregor, fine. If Samuel L. Jackson was there, you would know who that was. But as it was, it's just some voices, and it just doesn't become clear.
Good if one of them was David Jason. Rey,
David Jason. But he comes in as Count Duckula. Igor, and then you go, oh no, that's Count Duckula.
Oh, Ducky Poo.
Oh, Nanny comes in. He's like, oh, Nanny, I'm busy talking to Rey.
How did Nanny injure her arm anyway?
We never find out.
No. Terrible storytelling in Duckula.
I know, it's awful. We're just meant to accept, are we? We're just meant to accept that Nanny's broken her arm. We never find out why.
How did you do that? We don't know.
God, Ryan Johnson
I think she jumped in front of a staking.
Yeah, I think probably. She saved Duckula. She's actually the greatest hero in the Duckula universe.
She is.
We just never find out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ducky. It's slow motion. Ducky burps. Right in her arm. Anyway, so she then says, I am all of the Force, and uses 2 lightsabers.
Yep.
And melts Palpatine.
I like that she sort of peels him with the Force. Yeah. But again, that was supposed to be something she shouldn't do because it would doom her, but then it's fine.
That's right, exactly. I mean, that's supposed to make him go into her body.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
No. So then, but she's dead.
Yeah.
Ben climbs out of a hole.
Yeah.
Gives her a kiss and revives her with his Force powers, which then kills him.
Yeah. That works for me. I mean, except that I don't want there to be any resurrections, but makes sense. I mean, she says sharing life in a different film with different rules, and if this wasn't the Force, I'd buy it. It's fine.
If he was the main baddie, I'd buy it more, but he's not.
There's a quite sort of ill-judged shot where Rey's dead, and as if to show you, no, actually, she's really dead. Her wide-open eyes are just staring at nothing, and her head's flopping around like Daniel Radcliffe in Swiss Army Man.
Yeah,
and it's a bit tasteless.
He should use her to fart all the way out of the canyon.
At some point in all this, with the Resistance side, Rose says, "Finn, are you seeing this?" And then Finn says, "Shut up, Rose. I want to talk to Finn. Go away."
Yeah.
Anyway,
no one likes you, Rose.
Yeah, no one likes you, Rose. Everyone thinks you're rubbish.
Yeah. But I put here the Kylo Ren's redemption arc is up there with Matt Hancock's.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck the pair of them.
Never going to work for me.
No.
So the Resistance.
Darth Hancock.
Yeah. Oh.
So
that's nearly a crystal full.
I said this. Yeah. I said so. Yeah. Good point. Now, come on, boy. I'll show you this land speeder. No problem. So, if Sid turned up, that would redeem the entire film for me.
It would actually.
Anyway, I think again, it's a whisper of a better series of films where this is where this all ends. You've got the person being tempted by the dark side, giving their life to defeat the ultimate evil, and then you have the one who we thought was irredeemable giving himself up to save that other one. You know, again, echoing Darth Vader sacrificing himself in Return of the Jedi. But again, just Ren's redemption arc doesn't really work. It's not earned.
No.
I don't believe he would be good. It's not as interesting as if he, did one last heroic thing after seeing the error of his ways.
Like grabbing Palpatine and pulling him down a hole and they both fall down the hole or something. That would have been better.
Yep, something like that. Anything like that. Or then throwing himself in the way of the lightning.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything like that.
And it makes him go bald.
But anyway, it makes me imagine this could have been good.
Yeah, but it's not.
No.
And we see everyone around the galaxy celebrating. We even I remember there was the big video at the time. They were very excited about it. It's like, Warwick Davis is playing Wicket again. Oh.
For a shot, yeah.
And you see the back of his head.
Yeah.
Could have been anyone.
You see the front of the Ewoks' faces for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, but it could have been anybody.
Yeah. It could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Completely. And he just goes like, nice one. And then move on from that to Jakku and the rest of them.
So then Chewie gets his stupid medal.
Yeah.
From the
I didn't
New
even
Hope.
Oh, right. Oh, that's what that is. I thought
She's
it was
like,
Maz
Leia,
Kanata giving Chewie her hotel room key.
Yeah, that's
going
right.
Like, you fancy another ride on the old Kanata train?
Well, she does love Chewie, doesn't she? So that would
she
make
does,
sense.
yeah. She's had sex with him, apparently.
Yeah. He's like, I've got a little butt
According
plug.
to The Force Awakens.
Hey.
You want something a little more sizable up there, Chewie?
Hey. This is Babu Frick's older brother.
Hey.
Pops.
Babu Frick is up him for
Actually,
that entire scene.
Babu Frick does look a little
mentioned.
bit like a miniature Pops.
He does sound a bit like a miniature Pops as well.
Yeah.
Eh, Babu Frick, 44244.
So then Lando sits next to Janna, her name is.
Yeah.
And
Linda? Annie.
Wanda.
Amy.
And he says,
Amy.
so what's your story? And she goes, oh, I don't know. And he goes, well, let's find out. And I'm like, is he her dad or is he wanting to bang her?
I don't know, and also I don't know what the spin-off that they're hinting at here would ever be.
No.
Nobody would want it. We don't know who this person is, really. Lando looks like he's ready for a sit-down.
He'd be in a wheelchair. It would be like that Little Britain thing, but less offensive.
Yes, somehow less offensive. Yeah.
I don't like it. I want that
That's
one.
Billy D. Williams turning down that. Yeah. I want that one. So I threw that shit before I came in the room.
So Rey visits to Tatooine at the end.
So, wait, hang on. So Amy says, I don't know what my story is.
Yeah, and he says...
And then Lando says, well, maybe I'll send you back to Crenshaw Pete with his hot-ass coat hangers. Would you like that?
She says, my name's Wanda Calrissian. Oh, a lot of cats got that name.
And he goes, oh, shit, I was trying to sleep with you.
So Rey goes back to Tatooine, to Luke's house. Don't know why. Oh, to bury Leia's lightsaber.
And Luke's.
Luke's. Don't know why, again.
I don't mind that. Again, I think if you take all the Palpatine grandchild stuff out, this is a good ending for this little arc of 3, but only if you don't have that. Only if she's like, oh, I never really had a family, and this is my new sort of family.
And then some nosy bitch turns up and says, who are you?
Who are you?
She
says, mind your own fucking business.
She says, I'm Rey. And she says, Rey who? She says, Rey, don't you mind your own fucking business?
Yeah.
But she says Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker.
And she sees the Force ghosts of Luke and Leia.
Yep, the deep fake Force ghost of Princess Leia. And if you've forgotten what this desert hut is, don't worry. You can spend ages in it in Star Wars Obi-Wan, a new Disney Plus original series.
That was so bad.
I haven't seen it.
It's really boring.
The trailers were just Ewan McGregor looking sad, and I went, I don't think I need to
The last episode's good, but it's exactly what you think it's going to be, so that's why it's good. It's just confirmation. But I'd recommend you watch Andor. It's very good, and it fleshes out the Empire.
Maybe I'll give it a try.
Yeah. But there we go. That's the Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker.
We've completed our trilogy.
We have. But why do I feel so empty, John?
Because it's just a very empty exercise.
Do you know what? It's got so many problems with it, this finale, and genuinely the sort of the filmmaking process, the franchise management, the investing everything in Rian Johnson, then instantly stabbing him in the back. But all of that has so many problems with it. And I can't say I particularly enjoyed watching Rise of Skywalker. I'm glad I finally did see it, but I will say that the real treasure, the real wayfinder in these 3 podcast episodes was the friends we made along the way.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Tom Crowley, thank you.
Thank you, John Rain, and may the force be with you always.
Beautiful. Oh.
Babble frick.